after freeing an ally from the Reverus Arcanum Ward in the prison fort Stormford, our party makes its way toward Wardeness Luella in her quarters, where she is found with her fingertips on the concentric circles of an old, ancient, dwarven desk, altar. It's hard to say when she is staring back at you with the knives that is her gaze. Smith is finding himself in this position as he rounds the corner into her office. A laugh ripples through the air as her blood boils, and so does yours. I need everyone to roll initiatives as we make our way into Wardeness Luella's quarters.
Matchy.
Matchy.
Oh.
Matchy. So, this is a button I should be pressing. That is.
Oh, we can't.
Here.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Okay. So, this is, I believe, where our setup is. Okay, where our setup is. Wardeness is just in the hall, or I'm sorry, just in the room ahead. I've also moved my stuff around, so it's hard for me to know where any of the buttons are anymore. So, apologies. Okay. Wardeness Luella is in the other room. She is, like I said, has her hands on, or her fingertips on the concentric circles that is on the desk in front of her. An old, ancient, dwarven altar or desk has been repurposed for her workspace. Lecterns and manifests of the prison cells and schematics and plans of the prison cell all lay strewn across on top of these circles that are on the stone slab in front of her. Like I said, she rubs her hand across it as it's not triggered. There is no magic that comes from her fingers, but her other hand is pointing toward you, Smith, as she is getting ready, seemingly to attack. She is ready this time, as before when you initiated this conflict, she was not and needed to disappear for safety. Where is my initiative? Okay. Okay. Let me add a turn for her. Okay, top of the round, Luella has
The initiative.
the initiative. Thank you very much. Okay, so
She's got 19. Oh, you've got 20. You had to readjust it. Okay. I saw Jet's 20 and was like, that's amazing, but we rolled
I
a
matched
7.
with you
Yep.
with the 7, yes.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy. So Smith, you are out there first. Anybody have any questions about the battle map at all before we get started?
I have never used the isometric battle map.
I
I'm
am
excited
trying my
to, but
best.
I don't know exactly.
I'll let you know how it goes.
To maneuver around it. Yeah.
I see a black wall in front of me. Does that mean that she's inside the room and I cannot see past it?
You just potentially...
As in, I cannot see her right now.
Can you see that?
No, I'm asking you if, as Jet standing here, I would not be able to see her because there's a wall in front of me.
Yeah, Jet does not see. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought you meant map-wise. Yeah, Jet,
no.
you would not see her from here. I think the only two people who would be Smith and potentially Varsha in this moment as you all round the corner. You did make quite a ruckus around the corner, so I believe I think this would prove her initiative. She's going to go ahead. She's She's going to go ahead, and as she has her hand up in the air, she then closes her hand into a fist, and then she presses it against her chest. And as she does, you see fractals of arcane energy start to shimmer and reflect across her body as you start to see the polygon that is the protection of the arcane mathematics that is magic armor as it starts to then sculpt and build around her. It does have a bit of a red crimson sheen, flecks of clotted arcane as it then starts to scab across in various ways across the air in front of her. As I think that's going to be her full action. Yeah, as she casts mage armor on herself. She's going to move, I think, to behind this desk. If that looks like behind the desk. And that is going to be her turn. All right, next is Ty.
Okay. So this is a wall.
That is a wall.
How do I measure how far I can get?
You're just going to have to count these squares. They are 5 feet each. Just like in the old days. You have to count squares. Back in my day, we counted the squares.
I can get.
I think that the doorway is only 1 square deep by me, Ty.
I went this way.
Okay.
I used a bonus action
Yes.
to sprint, and I will.
I think before the brazier up ahead behind Smith, you kick off with your left foot, able to use the momentum and change directions at a 90-degree. As you kick yourself, or you kick your way off of the wall to spring yourself toward.
I slide across the desk with a falcata towards her.
Of course you can. Some pages, of course, start to then slide under you, of course, as you feel the ribbing of the concentric circles that are scried and etched into the stone. Slide right across with your falcata out.
Booming blade.
Okay.
26.
Booming blade hits. And booming blade does 26?
Oh man, I got the lowest amount of damage I can possibly do. 26 to hit.
Okay, that does hit.
Okay. Oh, thank God for the sneak attack. Could give that some.
21.
21 in total as I slide across on the attack, and then I will use the. Let's see here, 5, 10. I have 10 feet of movement left. I'll move back 10 feet to the other side as I swing around the table, slice her, turn around, get away from her.
21?
And end up.
21
in
damage.
total, yes.
Thank you.
And she's booming bladed again.
And she's BB'd, if you will. All right, and I'm going to. All right, anything else?
Can I speak to her?
Yeah, you can speak to her. As you're running across, sliding across the desk, and stabbing her with a booming blade, in that time you say...
I flick the blood off and say to her, right, you tell me where Drusilla is and I'll let you live.
I think she looks at you, eyes wide, and she laughs as you start to see the crimson drip from her nails. It looks like nail polish, but as you inspect for a moment, it starts to drip as if it's running.
All right, fine.
She sort of looks at you and gives a
wizards. Yeah.
slight smile. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right, great. Smith.
Okay, that's fine.
You did not just do that. My heart.
Oh, me?
I think that,
Right.
Right.
yeah, I think I'm going to, I think I'm going to raise up my hand, bringing forth my gauntlet, and I sort of lower it, and you can see that a crossbow starts to unfold from the gauntlet.
Yeah.
And
From
I'm going
underneath?
to, I think from the top.
From the top. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to fire light crossbow shot at Drusilla. And that's 20.
20 hits. You are able to find Purchase as the bolt finds its way through the polyhedral arcane armor that she had casted. As it finds Purchase, as a trickle of blood starts to soak underneath her crimson robes.
That's for 9 damage.
And then,
I'm going to move 10, 15, 20, 25 here. So I'm standing reasonably close to her. And then, let's see. She's diagonal from me here. Is that right?
Yes.
Is she in that space?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, she is in that space.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and use my extra attack. And I'm just going to punch her
Yeah, all
with
right.
my other gauntlet, my thunder gauntlet.
You walk up like a battle droid. The ones that walk out with the blasters in their arm. You walk through smokes happening in the background. You raise your arm, a crossbow comes out. You fire it, and then you continue moving forward and punch her with your offhand.
Yeah, and the charge starts to build up, and I'm gonna try and punch her with my other hand with my thunder gauntlet. That's another 20.
Hits.
And this is 3 damage, but creature hit by the gauntlet has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than me until the start of my next turn. And there's this pulse that sort of shoots out as I sort of punch her, probably in the stomach, that starts to pulse outward from the gauntlet. And that's it for my turn.
Cool. Super cool. All right, Varsha. It is your turn. You are right here.
Okay, I think I can get immediately behind her.
Okay.
Too bad we aren't flanking. And I will I will do Booming Blade.
Okay.
I will use actually, really? Be the last one. Varsha doesn't know that. Yes, I will absolutely do it. I'm using it. I'm so sorry,
Maybe
everyone.
staying true to her word and blowing through everything immediately.
Yep.
Because that's what Varsha does. Okay, cool. So that's now a 16.
That would be.
Sorry.
It's
weird math.
5 added onto it.
Well, 5 added.
I don't know if it makes it though.
With a
So
14.
that's a 14.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I think with a what is your ability? What is this ability that changes time?
This one, it's different. It's not that one.
Okay.
That one's Restore Balance. This one's a level 1 spell, Guided Strike.
Okay.
So I can gain a +5 to a weapon attack roll that you just missed. But the spell will fail, obviously, if it's not enough.
Yeah, so I think you go down for a downward chop. I think just starting off just in the picture as you're running through, you go with a downward chop. The long blade Ivandir then skips off of the polyhedral pauldron of arcane energy that is on, and you hear as energy shocks through the air. But as it does, you are able to then focus, and I think a glimmer of purple arcane energy goes up the blade as you then feel it guide toward Purchase as it finds its way underneath the armor. Maybe it's the arcane infused weapon, but it is able to cut through the arcane magic that is mage armor as you are able to find a hit.
Okay. So Booming Blade as well.
Okay.
So she can't move.
So she is all boomed
Twice,
up.
I think. Yeah.
For a total of 7.
And that's me.
Cool. She is now on her turn. Jet. She's just gonna laugh, I guess, and as she does, as she takes a cut from Ivandir, she and then turns around and looks at you, and her eyes go from worried and her brow furrowed for a moment to a look of fury. Jet, you're
So,
up.
I see everybody running inside the room, and I hear all the noise.
Uh-huh.
So I think I was here.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And So I turn to Tenno, and I tell him to. I motion to the wall, to the corner here, and I say hide, and I go 5, 10, 15. No, over here where I'm standing now.
Okay, got it.
20, 25, 30, and so there's a lot of commotion here. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to pull out the clear crystal tube that I have, and I'm going to with the amber inside, and I'm going to just wet my finger, and I'm going to just rub around the outside, and I want to use my wand of magic detection to see if there's anything in this room that might be magical that might benefit this woman, so I can maybe find it, remove it, or keep it away from her.
Yeah, okay. I think as you walk around, you say hide, you take out the wand that has a crystal flute on the end of it, and rubbing the glass, or licking your finger and rubbing the glass, you start to then hear the reverberations that is the song of the crystal, but you also are able to see the ripples of magic that are in the room. You do see that across her back and and a cut across her side seems to be glowing with two different colors of energy. One, a vibrant pink. Another, Ty, give me a color of what your booming blade looks like.
It's purple as well.
Purple. Another purple shine of booming blade, both on her back and her front. You do see the concentric circles lit up as they start to reverberate arcane energy back as well. You do see there is a spherical object in her pocket or in her robes that seem to be that also seems to be magic and reverberating back, or you can identify as magic. And she also seems to have a dagger, looks to be strapped to her thigh, that happens to also be reverberating back an arcane energy. And as for the 6 seconds of you looking around and doing this, that is what you see. Besides Evendir, the sword of Varsha, and also some of the apparatus and technology that is on the suit of Smith.
Okay, then for my bonus action, I'm going to say, she has a magic orb! And that's my turn.
Okay.
In her robe!
Okay. Witness Luella, I think, takes a large cut from her back, and as she does, I think you start to see the wound, or the wet stain underneath her robe where the wound was starting to soak, start to then almost start to soak back into the wound as the stain starts to disappear momentarily, as some of the wounds around her body start to close up. The bolt that was in her side that was able to pass through the mage armor seems to just fall out of the wound that it once created as it dances to a halt on the floor, as she does regain some hit points. She also is going to look over toward you, Ty. And she is going to raise up the back of her hand towards the sky as her dripping fingernails drip in front of her. A splash or flecks of what looks to be blood-like paint, polish, seem to splash forward. One of them lands on you, and as it does, you start to...
Is this an attack roll?
This is a thing that I will show you in a second. As she, this is toward, it is not an attack roll. This is toward Ty, and she lost my flow. Whack. As she flicks, okay. As blood flicks off her finger, it lands on you, and you start to feel a seizing of some of your muscles as your blood starts to clot in places, and as she casts Hold Person. Need you to make a wisdom saving throw. And I'm casting in melee, so I don't know what the benefits are or what the rules are for that.
Not in melee of me.
I'm not in melee of you, so I could cast out of melee to a different target. Cool, I knew that.
Yeah, I don't think this matters because it's not an attack roll.
Okay.
A spell attack.
Okay.
Sorry, wisdom.
Well, I was just asking because of the gauntlet effect. That's why.
Oh, right, I see. Yeah. 16, baby. Let's fucking go. Although she is a wizard, so who knows what I've got to beat, probably.
Okay, it was 15.
Oh, fuck yeah, let's go.
Okay. Where if you were fail? Anyway, yeah, it doesn't matter. So, great. Yeah, so it happens. You start to feel your...
The spell just ends. It doesn't go off.
Okay. You start to feel your muscles start to cramp and your blood start to clot for a moment, but you're able to shake it off, and I think probably with a quick stretch, you're back into your battle stance, ready to go. As she sort of looks at her hand or her nails and then back at you in confusement.
Yeah,
And
fuck
confusion. Fuck off.
I say, fuck off, I know a worse wizard than you. And then I start running out. For when my turn begins.
And
I
then...
shall leap at her Wolverine style across the fucking table.
That's her turn. Okay. Ty, you're up.
Perfect. I would like to leap at her Wolverine style across the table with lots of sharp things pointed towards her. Booming Falcata. Oh, on a 12, you son of a...
Okay, the booming Falcata skips off of the arcane armor that she has projected
I'll
upon her.
take that.
Hey,
The offhand
yowza.
scimitar with the crit.
Okay, so
And the
as
sneak
is
attack
custom
up
with homebrew here, my world, your crit means I lose 1 AC. Sweet.
Yeah, guys. Suck it.
And we need double the damage.
Yes.
The double damage die for the sneak attack.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it is 26, 31, 742, 953, 1,289 damage in total.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Nailed it.
The total of 31?
26.
26. Thank you.
26.
Yeah. So, as you said, you skip across. You miss with the booming falcata as it goes right over her head. But you're able to, and that was, I think, more of a distraction. As you were able to, as she ducks, and you were able to then sink your scimitar up toward underneath her ribs, as she was not expecting the blade to be there. As she starts to cough, and blood starts to gather on her chin and her lip, as blood then sprays upon the table. As you inflicted a pretty serious wound. And anything else on your turn?
Jump off the table and I wink at her.
Okay.
Give her a chance. Fuck her.
All right. And that means it is Smith's turn.
Yeah, I look at her in the eyes. And I say... Where's Drusilla, Warden Luella?
Make me a persuasion or intimidation. Make me one of those things.
Yeah, I think the gauntlets are starting to light up with some electric energy as I say this.
A darkened, the dark shadowed face of the low-lit Smith stands head down, brow forward, as you get like this halo light of the arcing, flickering gauntlets that are flickering at his side, torch lit behind him, giving them his backlit intimidation, which is sick. With 17. Okay, I think as she coughs, and there's a scimitar right now, I think holding her up, up to the hilt, just in underneath her ribs, and she gasps for breath and for some words, and looks up at you and goes, "She's likely gone." And she tries to fight for some sort of constitution to stand.
And yeah, I don't know if you'll let me have an action as well, but if I do have one, then I will say, then I'll make this quick.
Your check was based off of talking. I don't think I can let you have a bonus action. How about that? Is that a good one?
Let's see.
Which I guess is normal because it would be an action anyway. So never mind. I'm not doing anything cool.
Can't do anything really, so I think that's going to be it for my turn then.
Okay. Varsha.
I'm going for the orb.
Okay. And which way? Are you planning on grabbing? I think it's in her robes right now, so you have to
It's in a robe, so I'm
try
going to
to
reach in and grab it.
or
Yeah.
cut or okay. Awesome. Oh yeah, she's facing Ty right now.
Yeah.
Let me quickly do that. Okay. So go ahead and make me a sleight of hand with disadvantage. She's sort of facing you. And it's in her
Okay.
robes. I will also take a called shot attack if you want to like cut open the robes and it falls out. That could also be a thing if you want to try to do. But one's a called shot and also one's a
No,
sleight of
I'll
hand at
use my
disadvantage.
last restore balance to take away this disadvantage, and
Yeah.
17.
Okay. Yeah, I think as she's looked at her nails in confusion in that moment before, or probably while Smith is trying to convince, and she's no, I'm sorry, my timeline's wrong. She's standing and she's already being sort of held up by this she's recovering from this horrible stab wound from the scimitar, and I think during that time you were able to find a moment where you could exploit the weakness that is her guard and slide your hand in and grab the orb. The orb of looks like raw iron stands in front of you. It's a perfect sphere. There are chunks and crevices in it. But it doesn't look like it's been polished. It's just the black iron orb, unrefined orb as you take it out, and it's just sort of in your hand. It's about baseball size.
Okay, can I use my bonus action to throw it at Jet?
Yeah, hey, you can.
Okay.
Give me a Jet. Why don't you give me? Do you have any reactions to spend?
I do.
As a reaction, could you give me athletics to try to catch a ball that's flying through the air?
It's definitely not a bomb.
Definitely, yeah, exactly.
13?
Okay. Yeah, you're able to, I think, as she says, Jet, and then she gives you the enough of the cue for an underhand toss. It
I
sails
bring out
over.
a cloth to catch it with the cloth. Can I do that?
Yeah, of course you can. It sails over
Okay.
Ty, and in the air, you're able to take out some sort of cloth at the ready and catch it in close to your chest, still wrapped in the cloth. Nice.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? Varsha.
On Vasha's turn.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Jet, and I think as that happens, camera follows the orb into the air as it then lands into the fabric that is your catch, and then the camera zooms out, and it's now your turn, Jet, as we are at the doorway of this room, and you're looking at a scrum happening over this ancient dwarven desk, filled with
All right, I'm
concentric
going
circles
to-
and blood.
I'm going to put the orb in my in my robe, and from that same area, I'm going to pull out my cracked crossbow.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to step to the side, and I'm going to shoot. 21 to hit.
21 hits as you're able to do all this cool stuff. You're able to just drop the ball into... You drop the ball, Jet, into your bag
My
of
robe has a
holding.
wide pocket. I don't
Yeah.
have my bag of holding
Okay.
on me anymore.
Oh, okay. So, yeah,
You had to get rid of it.
you slide it into a pocket inside your robe as you then unhook or unfasten the crossbow from the backpack at a pretty deft fashion as you're able to quickly cock it and load it and fire.
Okay.
21 hits as it finds purchase underneath the arcane armor.
So this is actually not how much I've done, because it's 1d6 plus 2 now. So I'll just roll it roll 1d6 plus
Okay.
2 because it took damage before. I got a natural one, so I am now 1 damage die lower with my
Yeah,
crossbow.
right,
So 6
that's
points
true.
of damage, not 10.
Okay. So it's
So 6 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, I think it then. Go ahead and tell me how this arrow or this bolt from you ends Warden Llewellyn.
No!
So I'm just going to, I pull the trigger, and it's going to, as she calls out for the orb, it's going to hit her in the throat, and I guess pin her against the wall. I don't see it because I'm already running away with the orb to hide behind the wall.
Okay. So, with a strong reload of the crossbow, quickly you're able to raise it up and fire the bolt. It launches forward, finding a weak point in the grout behind the stone architecture that is Stormford. And when it does, it's able to pin her against the wall as blood starts to trickle on the wall and seep from her wounds. Also, pulling her in this position does open up the wound on her side that was gouged by Ty. And as she does, there's a bit of panic as she is then taken out of combat. For a moment, there is a gasp of blood. Is there anything on your turn as she is dying?
Me? No. As I shoot, I'm not even aiming. I shoot and I run away because I have the thing on me, and I'm just, my back is against the wall, and I'm just trying to get my breath back.
Sure. As you do, she looks over. She looks over at you, Smith, and you could see in her focused eyes that she is beginning to. There are lesions of, I think, bruise coming behind the irises, around the pupil, around the whites of her eyes, as blood starts to trickle from her robes. It starts to pool around her fingers and her hands. And you see, as you're kind of watching this happen, her eyes stop as they stare toward you. And then for a moment, they unfocus. And they continue as you've seen this recognition, or you recognize this. You recognize this as death as she stares off that mortal stare. As the blood starts to collect, you start to hear, and a small pool towards the bottom of Warden Llewellyn starts to bubble, and clots and lesions start to form as it starts to rise into the air. There are definite tendrils that splash out as it starts to then find a sentient stance, as it looks like some sort of blood creature made from the magics and the tainted magics of the marked Warden Llewellyn start to then slam into existence here in front of all of you. I don't know if I even have...
What?
What the fuck is that?
And I didn't make a cool token, but we do have this one. So, that's what you get.
What the fuck is that?
As this is
What
you.
the fuck is that?
And that's... You make an Arcana on your turn to find out. We are not out of combat. Ty, it's your turn.
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that? Just saying it back and forth.
What is that? What is that? What is that? What the fuck is that? A clotted language starts to then splash.
Something out of a 90s anime is what it looks like. Iria.
This one's for you, PB.
Thank you.
How dumb am I feeling today? Very dumb. I run forward and try and hit it with knives.
Okay. I do like your dumb roll.
16. Attack roll.
16 does hit as your knives are able to find a liquid portion of this creature as it starts to splash through Doesn't give much resistance as you're able to cut through the liquid part of its body, but you assume from how it's reacting that it did do some damage.
So that'd be 23 damage.
Well, unless it has resistance to piercing damage. Because the thunder would be magic.
I'm just letting the GM know.
Thank you. 21. The
23.
Okay.
23. 20 of it
23.
is piercing, 3 of it is thunder. Because it sounds like it's resistant.
Okay. What do you mean? Who told you that? Okay.
My GM senses a tingling.
Awesome. So you broke it down for me, and I remember. All right, thank you.
Hey, I'll swing another sword anyway on a 12. I'm guessing it. This is.
Yeah, as you slice forward, your second attack does miss, as it's able to splash some of the droplets away, but it doesn't seem to react. It doesn't undulate or quiver in any sort of way that indicates that it's hurt.
I don't like that. No, get away from it.
These are words. All right. Let's swap it over to Smith. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Back up.
Smith, it's your turn.
I'll
I'm
leave
just going
this
to
to
leave
the,
this on the same cycle as, or the same initiative as Warden S. Llewellyn, just to keep it easier.
All right.
Okay.
I sort of,
this thing, remember,
yeah, I
grows
sort
in
of-
its place.
I see this thing start to form up, and I just shake my head and sigh. And, probably underneath my breath, I would say, yet another twisting of a person. And I think on my armor, and I look down at my gauntlets, and I take a deep breath and focus in on this thing. And I just rear back, and I'm going to throw 2 haymakers at this thing's teeth with my thunder gauntlets.
Okay.
This is thunder damage.
Mm-hmm.
21.
21 does
And a
hit.
22.
And 22.
For 7 and 8 thunder damage,
as you
respectively.
recall these things, and you say another twist in a person. You go ahead and you unleash the haymakers as they both find purchase, and as they do, much like an electrical hammer that triggers when struck, the fists, when they make contact, send out a spark of energy as you are able to then choke this creature with your electrical punch. How much damage? So 15?
15 thunder.
Awesome.
And that's going to be it for my turn.
Okay. Cool.
And it does have disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than me until the start of my next turn.
Yes. Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you.
21
Parsha's turn.
for a
Evandir
booming
comes
blade.
in with a booming blade attached as you go ahead and strike, cutting through the arcane energy, which then grants you a slice into the creature. 21 hits.
And that's it for me.
Okay, you slice into the creature for 5 and booming blade damage, so it's thunder.
No, that's just the attack. If it moves, then it takes booming blade because
Got
I'm
it.
not level 5. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
Okay. Jet, it is your turn. You see in the same time, or as you look around the corner, you start to hear, and then you also see lightning charge it, as well as a slice from both, actually 3 slices from both Ty and Varsha as a dance of blades cut through it.
You said what the fuck is what? I turn around the corner. What the fuck is that? And I'm going to step in front of Mr. Tai. I'm going to face it. I'm going to pull out the 2 vials. And the two vapors are going to come outside, coalesce, and go straight towards this creature. And firebolts. Hopefully I hit it. Hopefully, a 14.
Okay, a 14. The double helix that is the both sides, or the both sides of this chemical reaction, as they coalesce and kiss, sparks fly out forward and spray the creature. Creature does not look affected, as sparks seem to bounce off it, or some of the sparks start to then just burn in steam as they put themselves out on the blood of this liquid creature.
Okay. I'm going to just step behind the wall and close my eyes for a little bit.
Okay. Anything else?
Where did she go? No.
Okay. This creature's turn. Okay. Just looking at things that I can do. Okay. I think the creature is going to attack. I think what you would see or start to picture as arms, these two like large tendrils start to crane out from over, as it does like this overhand strike, as the gravity of the area starts to then pool some of this blood into, or at least some of this viscera into a heavy kettlebell of liquid size as it slams and hammers down on both Smith and Varsha. The creature needs to roll dice. Does a 10 hit you, Smith? No. And
No.
okay, thank you. And just going through it, and it critically fails against Varsha. So the creature now loses a dice value on its own attack. So that's good to know. All right, so, but the narrative here, as it slams forward, I think it may miss you, but it slaps against the corner of this desk. The corner of the desk being a tetrahedron of stone, starts to pierce and cut and separate some of this blood as it splashes against the corner. Viscera sprays on the wall in front of the this dwarven stone desk, as well as potentially get on you, Jet, and Ty, as blood splashes forward and the creature sort of reacts in its own miss as if it took damage. But that was its turn. Question mark and answers. Yeah, that was its turn.
Would I have been affected if I was behind this wall?
No,
By
but
whatever
I think
okay.
nearby you see Viscera maybe land by your foot and roll toward that brazier.
Okay.
Ty, your turn.
Does this do anything to me?
It does not. It did not do anything to you. It missed both of its attacks from Varsha and Smith.
Okay.
Pretty horribly.
Alright, well, fuck this creature. Then I move up once again. Swing. Swing, swing. Swing, swing, swing. 12 and a 15.
12 is a miss as it cuts through some of the liquid, and just, blood stains your knife, but no reaction that involves it being hurt. But your second hit does strike, I think, a scabby bit as it sinks in and takes damage.
Yeah, I deal that. 14, 10 slashing, 4 piercing.
Okay.
And then I back up again. I don't know what it's doing exactly, but I don't think I want to be standing right next to it.
Oh, and I should have also mentioned during this time it did actually grow.
Oh, good.
In its last turn, it grows to its full size as it's barely now scraping. I think its shoulders, or what you would think is the shoulders, is just scraping the ceiling here and staining a streak on the ceiling. Also, on the ceiling here, you do see one of those very familiar painted circles with the Evervalian crest in it that is the same crest that signifies a ward of some sort, like a warded off area or a anti-magic spell. Whether it's active, I think, Jet, you would have noticed that it isn't. It's just the painting above. But that is being smeared and stained now with this large beast, as it starts to then make its way and fill up this space with its viscera. And Ty, you went or you didn't do anything? You did something? You missed. You hit. Okay, great. Smith, it's your turn.
I hit with the thing and then back up, yeah.
The 15 hit. Did you do...
It did, yep. And you do some damage to it, which I have already recorded. All right, Smith, you're up.
Yeah, all right. See the thing getting bigger. And I just shrug. And I think I just crack my knuckles in the gauntlet. And I go for 2 more haymakers.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
12 and a 14.
Yeah, so I think this thing's... Yeah, so I think what happens here is you go to swipe it. I think the torso or the abdominal area of this thing that you would assume starts to then shift unnaturally as you whiff, and then you go to, I think, punch again, and it dodges again. Just very much like, can't think of it now. Anyway, very much like a cartoon as it dodges from both of your attacks.
Sort of undulating wave of blood. Exactly. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action to activate the defensive field again and give myself some temporary HP.
Yes. Okay.
And that is it for my turn.
Okay. Varsha, it is your turn as this thing grew in size. A 14 is, I assume, a cut from Evendir.
Yep.
As you go ahead and you swing, you do miss as it does go in size. You do feel it splash through some blood, but it doesn't react as it does.
Okay.
And anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Jet.
I am going to come out again, and I'm going to try again to, I guess, pull out the twin vials and try and do another firebolt at the creature. This time, maybe perhaps leaving them open longer so that the mists can coalesce longer before blowing at the creature. With a 19.
Okay, it seems to pay off as Jet uncorks and lets the vial breathe for a moment as it gathers and coalesces before blowing the smoke, taking a moment to concentrate and take that moment of breath, which is a great reminder to us all, everybody. Go out there and take a deep breath. And as you blow this firebolt into existence, as it sprays and does deal damage.
12 points of fire damage.
Nice. 12 points of fire damage. Start to then sink onto the creature. It does recoil a moment, but the sparks and the flame does hiss as it lands on the creature. There are moments of where you start to smell vapor of some sort of blood sausage, as also steam starts to trickle up from this creature. Is anything else on your turn?
I run
Okay.
back behind my wall,
All right.
and I shout, "This isn't walking!"
Okay. This creature's turn. And it's going to... It's going to do that same thing again. As I think it takes both of the tendrils, like an angry cactus, slap the desk and also right by you, Smith. And then I think both the tendrils clap together into one large one, and then and it tries to swing and smash both of you with a larger hammering of clot. So I'm going to roll some dice.
If this thing doesn't have a name yet, it should be called a clot fiend.
A clot fiend, I like it.
I don't. It's disgusting.
No, I love it. Smith, does a 17 hit you?
It makes it, it breaks it.
Okay. That's a cocked die, but I will go ahead and roll these 2d6 because they were once 2d8, but I critically failed. So it's now 2d6. So for 14 damage, as a splashing of just viscera and flesh beat down on top of you, I think splashing. Yeah, it's just it's disgusting. It's like an 80s gore film where it's just you're covered in it, and then it lifts up out of your space, and then it flies through the air. This large, I almost said fleshy hammer. That's the name of the episode. This large fleshy hammer flies through the air. Yep, that's it. And then lands on you.
Demonetized episodes.
Varsha.
Right, so good.
There you go. You're welcome. And we had to make sure. And it is going to make that attack. An 18.
Clot chaser.
A clot chaser. Yeah, I was thinking of how to add that in there. We'll see if Ty chases it, because then maybe he'll be a clot chaser. Need a... What's your AC, Varsha?
What did it get?
18.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So the same sort of deal happens. Viscera splashes upon you as you take a large weight of splash, as gallons of blood and viscera land on you for... Can I do this? For 16 damage. As it splashes on you. As then the tendril soaks back into its body and it grows a little bit in size, but not mechanically any larger. But as it takes in that tendril, it grows a little bit. But that is its turn. Ty, top of the round. This thing just made 2 large attacks against both Smith and Varsha.
Is it dead yet?
No, very, very not dead.
Swingity swing.
Okay.
Bling bling. Oh, good.
No!
Okay, so for those listening, that was a critical failure with the falcata. Booming falcata.
Fail.
Natural one, it becomes a flopping falcata.
Yeah, falcata. Varsha is not adjacent, though. Never mind. So, this happens.
Probably am.
Yes, you are. So this happens, I think. With the falcata, you go to swing haphazardly, and it does sink into something, but you look over at the end of your blade, it did sink into the armor of Smith. I need you to give me that damage, but to Smith. Smith, you also have booming blade on you now.
Well, he already did, the 6 and the 8, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. So the 6 and the 8, you take that, and you're booming bladed, and...
Sneak attack damage?
No, because an ally is not...
Can I drop the spell? Or is that legal?
You could drop the spell. Because you can do that. You can drop the spell, but you did also just chip your blade and deal your damage
that
to
as well.
Yep.
Oh wait, as in it chipped it and reduced the damage die again.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. And I missed him.
Uh-huh.
Wow,
And
what did I
hit
do to
me.
piss off Myth?
Yep, don't do
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sorry. Okay, whatever I fucking did, man. Jesus.
it. Okay, and that is...
Okay. I'm still going to try and hit it with my other sword.
Yeah.
If this is a 1, I will... please kill me with the creature. Oh, 26.
Oh, nice.
All right, 26.
Then I'll use my sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
21. Probably not 21. Probably 10. 11.
Okay. I would like correct math. So
It's
That is
probably
21.
10 because it's rounded down, right? But it's 21.
but it's 21 total.
Yeah.
It's 10 slashing and 11 piercing.
Thank you.
I don't know if it has different.
Okay, as you slice through it with the scimitar, it slices through. You're able to feel it catch on something, but blood and liquid splatter through the area, but you feel that it may have caught on some sort of viscera as your blade slows for a moment, which could only assume that you may have dealt damage to it. It does react for a moment, and you
I jump back and
gracefully
say,
dance back
Sorry, Smith.
awkwardly to your spot. There's
Now
a
look at my
falcata.
bet Smith just fixed this thing for me as well, and I broke it on his armor, and I'm like, oh fuck, because I know I can't ask him to fix it again.
This is gonna get so awkward. Hey, remember that time?
And I
Richard?
grumble and jump backwards and focus on the more pressing matter of
I think what happened is
blood sausage.
yeah, when you exactly blood sausage, the impaler. That's also an episode title. You
What was? What was the? I want to write these down. What was the other thing you said?
I think a large hammer of I don't know.
Fleshy hammer.
Large fleshy hammer. But I think as you cut through it, the blade sinks into Smith's armor, and you go to yank it, and then when you just let go of it, you realize that the blade is a little bit bent now because you're just trying to yank it out of there, still probably cutting into Smith, but the blade you dropped it, right? With your left hand, you said?
You've got some rolls, you've got some glints, you got a bend in the blade.
The
God.
falcata would be my right hand.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
as you cut across and you let go to then stab with your scimitar or cut with your left-handed scimitar, you let go of it and you back up and the blade is still there. Because you did say you let go of it. Oh no, I'm sorry, you didn't drop it. You dropped the spell. So never mind.
Spell,
Pull
yeah,
it
sorry.
back and, yeah, never mind. Retcon that entire thing I just said. Smith, it's your turn. And the camera pans over to
Yeah.
Smith. And look.
I imagine like Ty striking and the blood thing just moving it, like taking the blade and stabbing Smith with it.
Yeah. Oh. Just grabs the blade and then stabs
Yeah,
Smith
and it's
with
like,
it,
nope.
and then gives it back.
Redirects it, yeah.
Yeah, not the best. Not the best round there. Good thing I put the defensive field up. Lasted for a good 5 seconds. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I think there's something that no one probably notices underneath my armor. There is a needle of some kind that gets injected, probably right into my chest where the armor's the thickest. And it's sort of
The juice.
you'll see me sort of like shake my head for a little bit, but you'll see me sort of freeze in place for a moment.
Okay.
And I'm going to have... That's not the right spell. Why did that happen? Let's try that again. Why is it rolling the wrong spell when I'm clicking on the right spell? Alright, let's try it from the core page.
Really cool description for absorb elements.
Yeah, it didn't happen though. Yeah, somehow the spells got linked up wrong.
Oh.
Okay, well, what it is mechanically is a cure wounds.
Oh, cool.
And this is gonna be plus spell casting ability modifiers, a 7. Wow. All right. Is that really right?
I trust you.
Spellcasting ability modifier. No, it shouldn't be. Spellcasting ability is intelligence. So that is going to be 4. All right. I heal myself for 8.
I think for a moment you all hear a muffled and then, but I think we feel in the chest of Smith as some sort of Geoloon-powered steampunk adrenaline is pumped into the chest of Smith, giving him 8 points of vitality as you are able to. Your heart starts to beat a little bit more, and your focus, your blurred focus, starts to sharpen as you're ready for more.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be it for my turn.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
All right, Versha.
Okay. Is popping a potion bonus or full action?
Bonus.
Okay, I will do that first then.
I remember
Pop
correct.
a potion of healing.
Okay.
And then I will swing.
Okay.
17 for 10.
All right, 17 does hit as you are able to find purchase in one of the fleshy chunks of this creature. Blood splatters only for a moment as you sink the blade into its flesh. For 10 slashing?
Yes. And that is it for me.
Great. Awesome. Give yourself a heal as well as you chug the bottle.
Yeah, it is 6 plus 2.
Okay.
So I just added that. I'm good to go.
All right. Awesome. Jet, you're up. You turn your head around the corner and things don't look different as this thing... Except now Varsha's covered in blood and so is Smith.
Okay. This isn't
Like
looking good.
drenched in blood. It's not like, oh, I'm hurt blood. It's just like, this isn't my blood. It's totally, I'm drenched in blood.
You look terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay.
God.
I am going to go inside my pocket and amongst my healing kit, I'm going to look at Mr. Smith. I believe I have to actually run up to him like so. And I'm going to find it looks like almost like a globe. But it's translucent. It's like a globe of water, as if maybe perhaps, you see an astronaut in space and they're trying to drink and there's a globe of water. But I'm holding it and I'm
booger.
going to say, sorry, and I'm going to throw it at him. It's going to burst over his body and like solvent is going to dissolve the blood away and onto his skin. It's going to burn and then it's going to feel good. And I'm healing him
With acid
for...
splash.
No.
Right?
What?
Okay. You're healing him?
1d6 plus 4.
Okay.
So 7 points of healing
Nice.
damage. I'm running away.
Then you run
I
back.
can't do that to him.
Okay.
That's just my healer feat.
I've started calling it healing damage now, by the way, thanks to you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes, thank you so much.
Healing damage. So good. All right. Awesome. She runs up, slams a globe of alchemical potion, splashes on you. It sizzled like he described, and you're also revigorated from that. Nice. Anything else?
I take some breaths as you suggested, and I close my eyes again, and that's my turn.
Great. It wasn't. I suggested it, but it was Jet that reminded us. Just take a moment. Okay. This is.
Self-care is best care,
That's
especially
right.
against raging blood demons.
That's right. Okay, so I don't want this to move.
What did
or
Wack
it's
call
gonna-
it? A clot demon?
Clot
Mhm.
chaser, I believe it was.
No, Chad did.
a clot fiend.
Clot fiend, yeah.
Cloud Fiend was mine.
Okay. Yeah, so it is once again, best thing it can do is not move. And it's going to then, I think, this time, there is no tendril in the air. It's still just sort of in its tall, globulous, giant form, as a huge form, and then out of its sides, where like its waist or hip would be, come these pistons of blood. All right, I changed it. Pistons of blood as it comes forward and then splashes you all with some force as I need, or not all of you, excuse me, just Smith and Varsha again, as it attacks you with its slam. Wow, okay, it critically failed one. This dice today is not doing well. As it punches forward, and I think it puts out the torch behind you, Smith, as it has reached too far. It does react for a moment as a large amount of the appendage that punched you is splashed and left on the wall behind you, as it takes damage from that. And I reduce its hit die by another. Oh my golly. This thing is nerfing
Pseudo-clot.
Yeah, it's nerfing itself.
So all we have to do is sustain the fight for longer than 4 hours and it'll
Yeah,
die.
it'll just do, it's just like stroking you with dainty splashes of its beautiful hand. All right, anyway, so that is its turn. Has it missed? Oh, no, I'm sorry. 15, does that hit Varsha? I don't think it does.
No, it does not.
Yeah, okay. So I think splashing forward is another weak blood lance as it presses forward. I think it splashes on your shield, or you block it with your shield for a moment. It does spray in several directions, but it's not able to land purchase on you or affect your stance in this fight. As it is now Ty's turn. You give me long enough in this fight, I will either nerf this creature by itself, or I will say enough episode titles to hold us over for another 2 seasons.
Okay. Well, we don't want that. So
Yeah.
let's end this as quickly as possible, guys, so that we... Okay, all right. Let's see if I can hit it this time, and not Smith. 18.
That does hit, as you are able
Yay!
to.
Everything. Plus the sneak attack, and then I will try and hit it with the offhand again, this time with the 25. That is 32
So 15
damage.
piercing damage, 15 piercing, 7 thunder, and 10 slashing.
Enjoy. And then I jump off the table backwards and say, why won't this fucking thing die?
Okay.
I make a motion to look at a watch that probably doesn't exist as an item in this setting.
Blood slices through. Or I'm sorry, your blade slices through the blood as it splatters. Blood, and like, there are... Yeah, I think there's no real effect as you are able to slice through its body for a lot of damage. Smith, you're up.
I don't know what the hell this thing is, so I don't know if I can tell if we're about to kill it or not. I'm just gonna keep punching until it stops. What'd you say, Jet?
I said I would say beat it bloody, but
I clip Jet around the ear.
I'm gonna throw 2 haymakers at this thing.
Okay.
Thunder gauntlets.
Yeah.
2 hits. Let's go. 15 and a natural 20.
All right.
First one is 3 thunder damage.
Okay. The 15 does hit as you're able to punch some lightning onto its side, but that's the least of its problems because you have wound up for a stronger hit with your main hand, which is narratively your main hand, so it's your offhand.
Take my main hand.
Exactly.
Now, am I making an Arcana roll here? Or is this just a regular?
That happens. It happens. It's not. It's so. You have.
I don't know the
You're
rule
doing thunder
here.
gauntlets. Yeah. So the rule here is, you reduce its AC by 1.
All right.
It's also a spell. You reduce its AC by 1 because you critical. Until it gets repaired, but that's not a thing for a creature that has natural armor. So you reduce its armor by 1, and then you also can give me something of a narrative benefit involving your electricity and your thunder gauntlets. Oh,
Yeah, I think you
I have
see.
an idea.
All right.
You go for it, and I'll add.
I think you just see a portion of this creature start to turn like a darker brown, like the blood has started to dry up. As you can see, the thunder sort of arcing through the blood, following along one of the tendrils of blood. And that second shot was for another 12 thunder damage.
Okay. I think as well, lightning arcs from the blooded creature and then starts to spider across some of the blood pools that Wardeness Luella left on the altar desk that is in front of her. And I think you start to see the mixture of the blood starting to steam up, as well as the lightning, like I said, dance across the concentric circles. You start to see a tint of red light start to spiral around and activate this desk of some sort.
That's it for my turn.
Okay. Varsha.
Okay. 21
21 hits. As
and 6.
Even Deer slices through and gets a bite of scabby flesh under the blood. 6 damage. Okay.
And that's it for me.
All right, Jet.
Okay, I'm going to step in front. I'm going to pull out my vials. I'm going to hold them. I'm going to look at the thing. I'm going to blow. I'm for 17 to hit.
17 does hit as a firebolt.
Okay, 7 points of fire
flies
damage.
through the air. Nice. Okay. Anything else?
No, I run.
Okay.
Could you die soon, please?
Okay. So, for this moment, this creature starts to recoil, and as it expands, it does so lightning fast. Droplets fly through the air, and as they do, a pressure changes, somehow freezing them or sharpening them. It's hard to say, but blood razors burst out, and I need both in a cone-like pattern, so it's going to be Smith and Ty. I need you both to make...
So it has disadvantage against Ty, right?
It is a save. I'm not making an attack. But Ty, you could have advantage here. You need to make a dexterity saving throw, so that doesn't seem too hard for Ty. But these blood sickles fly forward.
21.
And okay, successful save. You'll take half. So, one moment.
Oh.
11.
Half of that. So it is, that's total. So that's 28. You're taking half of that.
14.
All right. So you take 14 as these lance through the space toward you both as miniature cuts start to lacerate your faces and I think start to then stain and cut through some of your robes as well. That's going to be its turn. Ty, you are up.
Well, I leap forward. I strike. On a 10 is a miss, I'm guessing. And
10
then
does
a
miss.
9 a miss, and I leap backwards.
Okay. You miss as, I think as it probably shrunk back into its space, it was too small for your blades to reach. As you then take a couple steps back to regather yourself and hope for a better strike next round. Smith, is your turn. 2 whiffs from Ty is not good.
No, it's not. This thing's pretty nasty. Armor's starting to slow down. And I'm going to... Just to be clear, what's the stuff on the desk there?
So the concentric circles on the desk are starting to light with a red arcane light, as if it's being backlit or lit from underneath with something red through the etchings in these concentric circles.
Is that all that's on the desk?
On the desk are some papers that have been scattered and strewn by Ty as Ty ran in and slid across the desk multiple times. There's just nothing but a whole bunch of papers just gathering up and sticking to the wall behind the desk there.
Yeah, all right. I think I'm gonna throw out 2 haymakers again. Seems like the best option right now.
You okay?
2 more Thunder Gauntlet shots.
All right, you hold your fists up in the air as they kick on. 20 hits as you strike with your first, and then an 8 misses your second.
Yeah, so 8 thunder damage on that first attack. And
Okay.
I think that's it for my turn.
Okay.
I wouldn't back away from this thing while Varsha's there.
Go ahead and explain to me how you destroy this creature. With your
Oh
haymaker.
my god.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I think I don't even really... I'm just hitting this thing for all I've got. It dodges the second attack, but the first one, my Thunder Gauntlet, like, sticks inside, and I'm sort of trying to pull my hand out, but the thunder is reverberating, and you see this large bubble start to blow upwards, and I'm sort of looking at my own hand and looking at this thing as the thunder is going off, and... It just jibs this thing.
With a hearty punch, this thing splatters in a very thin mist splashes across a lot of the surfaces in the room, but not nearly as bad as being drenched in the blood like both Smith and Varsha. You are left in the room. The reverberating, humming desk stares at you as you all take a moment to just sort of recover from
What the fuck was that?
that event.
What was that? That came out of her.
Something that we can't worry about right now.
Is that going to happen to me?
Why would it?
Is that what happens to us?
I don't know. Are you hurt?
Calm down. We have a job to do. Focus on the job.
Okay.
You know the drill, Varsha. Deep breath. Focus on the mission.
Is anybody hurt?
I'm fine.
Varsha took a few hits.
I
We're all
inspect.
hurt, right?
I'm not. I
I'm
didn't take a
definitely
single hit.
fucked up. You can see scrapes and cuts all over me.
Yeah, I'm lying. Very much so lying. But
Okay. I'm going to
fine.
take the another globe. I only have 2 more of these. So I guess one for you, one for Mr. Tai, and I'm going to just again just throw it at her body, at wherever the primary cuts are, and it's just going to splash again. You see this mist, and you see maybe some of the smaller cuts are going to seal from the astringent effect. It's going to sting like a bitch, but it's going to heal you for again 1d6 plus 4, and I'll roll it for you. 1d6 plus 4. 9 points of healing damage, and again, as I do that, I turn underhand, throw it at Ty's face or whatever, and again, but I can't do it again today. Otherwise, it will hurt more than it will heal. That's 7 for Mr. Tai.
Was 9 for me or
9 for you,
9?
Vasha.
Okay.
9 for Vasha, 7 for you. I can't do it to Smith again because I've done it already once today.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be fine.
I scramble for the desk, and I'm covered in blood. My hands are shaking, and I'm looking at how to unlock all the doors for all the cells.
Okay. Make me an
I'll be
Arcana.
helping.
Yeah.
I'll be helping, by
Make
the
me
way.
an Arcana with advantage.
I'm going to call Mr. Tenno into the room. You can come now. Maybe hide in that corner over here.
Makes his way in. With a 15.
Oh, we're exhausted.
Yes.
I have disadvantage.
Yes.
It'll be normal, so the 4.
So it would be a normal
So the
roll.
4.
So it's a 4.
And you know what?
Sorry, everyone.
You can take inspiration for remembering such a crucial thing. Thank you.
How many inspirations does she have now stacked?
I used the. I did. Can you stack them? I don't think.
you
I
can.
basically
I don't know.
use them the second I get them because Varsha would.
Which is great. Because Varsha would.
Sorry. Yeah.
Which is great. You can't use it for this roll, though. But the next one you have it. So yeah, with the
Okay.
4, I think you probably just rub your hands across it or look at it, and for a moment you think you may have something. But upon further inspection, you have no idea where to even start.
I don't. Jet, can you come look at this? I have no idea what I'm
Huh?
doing.
Okay.
Does anybody know how to
There's
make this
blood
thing work?
everywhere.
I can't
It's gonna be
see.
hard to. It's gonna be hard to tell.
I'll take my cloak and I will wipe the thing down. I'll wipe the counter down.
Okay.
With this, so maybe Jet can give it a go.
You start to wipe
Yeah.
down the counter. For a
Is it
moment,
notes I'm looking at, or what am I looking at right now?
you're looking at the altar that is glowing underneath the papers that have been disheveled all over the surface of it. There's the desk, the stone desk that has the concentric circles. Those are all glowing underneath the papers that have been strewn all over the desk due to Ty running and sliding across it. The backlit papers are glowing a red light, and so are the concentric circles. But as you wipe it down, Varsha, and you start taking a moment to clean the blood off, the light then starts to change. You've noticed from where you're wiping to a lighter cyan, as it seems like the blood was also affecting the magic.
Okay. I don't understand. Should I roll Arcana for this, or?
You should roll Arcana for this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You can use.
18.
Okay. You
Disadvantage.
are disadvantage.
Do you have exhaustion?
I am at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay. 9.
With a 9, same sort of issue here, as it is really hard to understand what these circles mean. You understand that it does say something in some sort of language.
I know it's magic. I used my detect magic before. I know that these circles are magical.
We can't stay here forever.
No, we can't.
Smash this thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to pull out the, while he's doing this, take out the iron orb that I got before.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ponder that. She had this on her.
Give me an
I'll
Arcana.
figure it out.
Do you have Identify?
I do not have Identify. I don't think artificers can have that.
Oh,
but
they can.
they can.
Yeah, they can.
Can I?
Oh, they can. Yes, you can.
It's a level 1 spell.
As an alchemist?
Hmm?
Because I would have that if I do.
Artificers, yeah.
Okay.
A certain goblin has identified things before.
Does he?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well, I am a human. Thank you.
Yeah. So there for the 5 Arcana, you. It's. I think it's a hard. I think in the moment right now you are tired. You have just fought. You just climbed up floors and stories of this like vertical ladder. You just fought this battle. You're super distracted by what has brought you here, and you can't find the focus or get into the zone to understand what it is you're looking at. At least not right now.
Okay. I'm going
We
to
either
rub it
break
in.
this or figure this out.
The desk.
Mr. Tenno,
Yeah.
can you look at this thing? You're just staring at the wall.
He tries to stand up and makes his way over towards you, and let's see if. Where's my dice? Where's my?
It left you.
Hold on.
As all dice
I
do
have
eventually.
more. Okay, so.
Natural 20.
Is a natural 20, which is hilarious. Okay, I think for a moment you see Tenno make his way over toward the concentric circles on this old ancient dwarven table, and he moves some of the pages away, and as he does, for a moment of same familiar look of confusion and ponderment, that's now a word, as he sort of looks at this, and then, like some sort of epiphany, he finds gaze with all of you. And he starts to try to speak under the iron collar that he has.
I look to Mr. Tai.
And you just hear the muffling of him speaking under his collar, but he does look excited as if he may know something about this.
Oh, I cast message. Speak to me here.
I know what this is.
Okay.
In my dreams, I've seen this.
In his dreams, he's seen this.
These circles, though, aren't of this world. We need to be careful. This language can alter the wind.
He says the circles, he's seen them. Gotta be careful because the language can alter the wind. The wind
I've
or
seen
the spellwind?
Spellwind?
The Spellwind?
He looks at all of you, but then only replies and looks at Ty. The Spellwind.
Yeah, spellwind.
I've seen in my dreams that repeating visions of a web of circles connected by some impossible language. And when spoken, reality shifting. And things can be undone.
While he speaks, I relay everything over.
He sort of speaks back and looks at all of you.
We don't have time for this.
What do you mean things can be undone?
I know we don't have time. I don't know how this works, but that's what I've seen it done.
Like, bring the dead back or reverse time for a second or what?
I don't know. But in my dreams.
Can
I've
he
seen-
read it?
Can you read it?
We just need to open the doors. We need to open the cells.
I thought that was in the 20. Maybe I'm gonna need some time, but I don't.
We don't have any time.
Right. Tell him that's all I have. That's all I can do.
You said there was paper on the desk, right?
Yeah, pages of and
Is
just
there a quill and ink?
there is a quill and ink. And through the
Okay.
pages, just a quick glance of them. There are just a lot of names, some architectural stuff, some bills for things, and also some scheduling notes of when people may be arriving, and of course some impending inmates and things like that. Just logistical bullshit across the desk here. But yes, there is a quill and ink you can find. It is spilled and
grab
tossed on the
parchment?
ground.
Yeah, can I grab the backside of a parchment and start writing this
course.
shit down that he's talking about so we can take it with us?
Of course you can. I think for a moment you lay out these pages and the blank side up, and then you take the quill and you just literally trace the etchings across a bunch of these pages, and then you quickly number them and then stack them into a pile, and then are able to move on. But you do have pages, and from what you would like to do, you can.
Okay. Well, I tuck them in with our stuff.
Okay, so about a minute or
Taking them
so
with us.
goes by as you
Yeah.
quickly.
Okay.
Is the room we are in a dead end?
The room you are in is a dead end. Down the hall from whence you came, there is also a dead end.
Well, this
Okay.
doesn't seem like it unlocks the doors. It seems like it's way more complicated than that. Do we want to see if there's another way to get everybody out?
So they don't have a key or what? She had this iron ball. I need time to understand how it works.
You do recall, and it is easy to see on her body, she does have a large key ring with lots of keys.
However, she has keys.
So much.
Maybe perhaps, these can open the jail cells.
What are we going to do? Go around every...
Yeah,
bloody
each
cell?
one
we
by
toss them to one of the prisoners, and it's on them to release themselves.
Okay, we have to trust the people who have been locked inside for crimes to be altruistic. Should be
And
easy
also,
enough.
We have to make sure that they all get released before the guards take them out.
Right.
There's already a distraction.
Yeah, but
The
for
other
how
should be
long?
here,
We're
but-
the distraction. And we got to get them out. We got to get them on the boats. This
Yeah.
place is supposed to be an army.
The other should be here soon, now. The other boats, they should have landed. They should be fighting outside. I think maybe we should go to, was floor number 3? Was it 3? The one with, where we left the fire boy. Go
Left
there?
room? Yes.
Yes, we should go there.
Yeah. Is there a map among these anywhere here?
Yes, you're able to find a map.
Okay. Does it look like there is a secret port where the woman we're looking for might be leaving from?
Make me a... What check would this be? Investigation. As you scan some of these documents, hoping for some sort of answer.
It's the map, right?
Hmm?
That I'm looking on?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna pass the map to Smith
Okay.
because don't know what I'm looking at.
And Smith's been here before. So Smith, you
Yeah.
give me advantage on this.
Is there
So
anywhere
be
that you
normal?
think?
This will be normal.
Yeah. Is there anywhere that you think maybe she might be leaving from?
It's investigation check.
This will be an investigation. Normal. No modifiers or whatever. Okay, great. 24.
24.
Yeah, you've seen this, and I think before she even passes you the map, you know that there is there is an overhang towards the north side of Stormford. Wings and the waste is usually disposed off in this overhang that then falls stories into the water below. But tucked away underneath this overhang, there is a repurposed sewer hatch that has now been repurposed for like an emergency evacuation route.
Evacuation routes there. Listen, Varsha.
Yeah.
Ty, Jet, we don't have a lot of time here.
I mean,
We're going
why
to have
not?
to make some choices.
If we
How
cleared
long
an
do you think
entire
it's
floor,
going to-
we could overrun.
Maybe, but we won't catch up with Drusilla.
Do we need Drusilla? If we can free people and then get back, isn't that our mission? What is her purpose?
I don't know.
We came to free the people.
We came to free the people.
Drusilla is a big fuck you to the God King, though. Who knows what she knows?
Varsha,
If she's even still here. We free the people. We have
stay
no
on
guarantee
mission.
that she's even still here.
This room we are in right now, what is it? It's the Warden's office, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Is there in a drawer somewhere a manifest or something that tells, I don't know, schedules, something like that? Because, you know, if somebody like Drusilla, she's the God King's wife, right?
Yep.
If she is here, there should be some document saying when she'd be coming, where she'd be eating, where she'd be going to the bathroom. So I want to check the desk maybe one more time to see if I can find something, a manifest, anything, maybe even perhaps, I don't know, a list of prisoners. Maybe we can find someone who's useful on a floor
Yeah, go ahead
and then go from there.
Give me an investigation
Okay.
with advantage, so it's going to give you normal.
Okay.
This is it, isn't it, by the way? This desk is the way to
15.
Beacon.
Wait, what?
Beacon. The way send a message, the way that they send to us. It's this desk, probably.
What was that, a 15?
Maybe. Is it 15 years?
So the 15 you have rolled. I think you are able to find some. There are a list of names of different prisoners and what they have done. Letho, arsonist, arriving, arbitrary date that has been mentioned whence you came in on. And then there was also seems to be a hand scrawled, not by the same handwriting as everyone else's, which could only lead you to believe that it wasn't the hand of Wardeness Luella. It was potentially one of the guards or one of the other sworn or whoever may work under her. A scrawled note or message mentioning that Drusilla has arrived, and a quick haphazard message of she is here for warning there, and also to speak with the inmates and to give her blessing
Which
to
floor?
those who have showed up. It does run through a list of them, starting from 11, the newest, the Reverse Arcana.
Okay, we were not in 11. I mean, we were there. She was not there. Did it have a time? Does she have a schedule? I know we don't have
Yes,
time. Sorry,
yes.
Mr. Smith.
Yes, but the schedule that you do see does retain to yesterday and the day before up until today. She would be on. Today she would be in the Shadow Ward.
Okay. I passed the information to Smith. Does this make any sense to you? She might be here. There might be people
Ward.
that... Yes.
Which one's that?
And I start to point
your
it
way.
out on the
Yeah,
map.
so it's fourth floor down, right underneath the Warden's Ward. I believe that's what they call it. Oh, the Warden Court.
Warden Court.
Yep.
So it's not far from here.
So it's not far. No, it's on the fourth floor. If you were to make your way.
Well, we have to go to the fourth floor anyway to let people out. So let's
third,
go.
But yes, you make your way. Okay.
I'll
So-
grab the keys from Blood Puddle.
Yeah, you grab the
Clot
keys.
fiend.
You're able
Yeah.
Blood
to.
sausage puzzle.
That's it. You're able to. She's still pinned against the wall with her eyes staring toward Smith.
Yeah.
Not where Smith is now, but where Smith was. And then the blood, the clot fiend, roiled out of her wounds. But she is
Can
still
I
there, and as you do, you were able to
search
take.
her?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
You take the ring, so that's easy. But go ahead and.
I
give me-
mentioned to her, her dagger is magical.
Mhm.
Huh?
Her dagger is magical.
Oh, okay. I'll grab that, but I'm looking for like paper, letters.
Yeah.
Anything she would have on her.
She does have a tome on her. Actually, she doesn't. Familiar tome that she was holding before is laid strewn across the floor and across the desk here. As pages have fallen and been ripped out of it, probably due to Ty. But when it comes to pages and things, she doesn't have any on her
Okay.
person. She does have that dagger that I mentioned.
Okay. I'll pass it to Ty.
Sure, as
If there's nothing else on her, I just take it and I throw it to Ty.
Throw it over to Ty. Ty, as you look at it for a moment, you unsheath it to just take a quick inspection. You do see down the fuller of the blade, there is a elongated ruby that has been etched into the fuller of the blade, which indicates that it is masterwork of whatever that may mean in this edition, which may not mean anything, but it is a fine-looking dagger. You do know that it's magical because that's what Jet has spied. And also, it does, I think as you grab it, I was going to say you feel it, but obviously you do, but you have like a supernatural sense with it, like it spikes something in you and it like a feeling that you, it's sort of like this otherworldly feeling as you unsheath it, take a look at it and sort of close it. There's just that, like a pit in your stomach for just a second and you wonder if that relates to the dagger at all. You do, I assume, fasten it or put it somewhere on you, and you can do that however you like. So
It's next to the one that Jack gave me.
Okay, so just right next to the other one.
Which I realise is probably also magic, which would have probably been really useful in the last fight.
It is magical, and probably could have been. The you go ahead and you start looking for other things. She does have many of the keys, which you were able to take up, and a small bag of not much, 20 gold in her pouch with some, if you were to a small modest amount of gold.
I wouldn't even look at that. I'd feel the coin pouch and I'd probably leave it alone. I'm not trying to rob her. I'm just
looking for other things.
any information or like a note or something. So okay.
There are no other notes on her body. Make me an investigation. One more.
I take the coin pouch.
Sure.
Just subtly,
I'll take it. Yeah.
4.
Okay. Yeah, there are no other notes on her body.
Okay. Then I will start immediately. Like I'll grab the keys and I'll start running for the next floor because I want to let people
jingle
out.
as a large ring is like almost wrapping around with spikes of different keys as you sort of make your way with this heavy ring toward the lift, the latch, or the ladder.
The lift isn't working, right? And there's only one?
Correct.
So we'd have to take the ladder.
Down the ladder I go.
Now, Varsha runs off.
Yes. You do see Varsha in a haphazard state start to then take things from the body that is still pinned to the wall. I think in a moment it starts to lurch and fall. She grabs the keys. She takes the dagger. She throws it over to Ty. She then leaves the coin purse, but Jet goes, I'll take it. And then she tosses it over to Jet. And then she collects herself and starts to leave the room.
Yeah. I'm looking at this desk. Are the rest of you chasing after Varsha?
I guess I'm waiting for you to follow. I'm just looking right now.
I see Varsha rushing off, and I got to make a quick decision.
Mm.
I leave the desk as it is, and I rush after Varsha.
Okay. Smith also, I think, in a slight sigh, takes a beat, looks at the desk, and then disappears from the scene after Varsha.
Could I make a history roll to remember when I used the detect magic on the area? What was the desk? I forget. Was it magical?
Yeah, you don't have to roll a history, but it was magical.
Okay.
The concentric runes across the face of it were magical.
Okay. Concentric, so circle, circle, circle.
Correct.
I'm going to put my hand on this circle and then just go clockwise on the surface of the table.
What was that? I'm sorry?
So it's concentric circles are, so I'm going to put my hand on the desk or where the circles are, and I'm going to rub clockwise.
Okay.
Along the circles, just as a thing.
Make me Arcana.
Okay. With disadvantage, yes?
No.
Okay. 21.
I think as you rub in a clockwise motion, you start to feel warmth inside, first on the surface of your palm, and then your hand starts to warm as well. You feel like you're doing something, but you don't necessarily know what it is that you should do next.
You mentioned colors before. Has the color of the rune above me changed?
No.
Okay. This is too much. I don't have enough time. I'm going to follow the others now.
Okay. Yeah, and for a moment you take this.
For him and Tenno and
Tenno looks at you and with raised eyebrows, worried, starts to then march and follow. Okay. Moments pass. I need, as you make your way down the hallway, Varsha, first up ahead, you hear clambering of armor. As if someone is approaching or if there is movement up ahead echoing. It's hard to tell if it's coming from up ahead, or like if it's approaching you or if it's going away from you. But you do hear someone else's armor in the distance ahead of you. Not coming from the direction of where your friends were. So potentially guards.
I think try to hide and move stealthily. Like, I know I have disadvantage, but I don't think she knows that.
Yeah,
so she's going to try anyway. Yeah.
Go ahead and give me stealth as you start to get close.
4.
4. I think for a moment you stop, and as you do, your knee falls to the ground, and the knee plate of your sabatons start to skid across the stone. You are able to. You're able to catch yourself before you wreck yourself, and you take a moment and listen, and it doesn't seem like there has been any disturbance. No, there's been no stop of armor clambering up ahead. There is still movement, but as you take a moment to listen, nothing stopped as if no one was alerted.
Okay.
But you do, for a second, start to deduce that the armor is moving away.
Okay.
As it's getting quieter. And I think at this moment you hear your friends a little bit louder than you'd like approach you from behind.
Shh.
I skid to a halt, like shh.
Yeah, I think
Not
there
quiet
are
at all.
guards up ahead.
There's guards everywhere.
What, you want to take them out when we might not have to?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Better us than a prisoner with no weapons, malnourished.
Yeah, you're right.
Trying to get out.
Yeah.
We can't help them if we're dead.
Ain't gonna die. That's the strongest thing they had.
You don't know that.
Are we able to get to the ladder to go down, or are we
Yes, after some time, you do
Okay.
make it towards that ladder.
in the way? Okay.
The whole, back in that dead end that you have
Yeah.
reached out of, you're able to find your way back there. The plate is missing
Yeah.
because you did push forward through
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
The stone brick
And
door is still
just-
ajar as you can squeeze by and go down if you'd like.
Okay, just to double check, there was no other way down on the blueprint, Smith. This is it?
Trying to recollect. You see me thinking for a moment. No, this was it.
Okay. Then I will start heading down.
You do notice on the blueprints, or when you were looking through the blueprints, that this maintenance hatch, of course, wasn't even represented on there.
Yeah, okay.
The only thing that was the lift.
Which floor are we on?
You're on one
Okay.
right now.
1 is not ground floor. We came in on the ground floor.
Came in on ground floor. One is
I only ask because I know Americans and English do that differently, and I never
Yeah.
know what, I don't know anymore which one is correct.
I don't
or
either,
What one I know.
but ground.
So-
Yeah, ground one.
Okay, so this is English architecture.
English dwarven art.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. So,
We'll
and
complain the whole time we move through this building.
Why are the outlets weird? What is going on?
we left Letho on 4?
Great.
3. Okay. So, I will go to, we're on the first floor and there's no cells here. It's just the warden's office.
There's no cells here. This is administrative work, so there are
Administrative.
probably,
Okay.
yeah, there's probably going to be. So there is a church, or at least a temple, on this floor that is to the God King. There is also several offices and things like that for various quartermasters of port
Okay.
and things like that. But it is
Is
administrative.
there any like alarm where I can see that the alarm is going off, where I can insert her master key and turn it off? Or is that all done with the desk? Did the only thing that we saw that looked like it controlled things opening and closing was the magical desk?
Give me a history, as you recall on the map that you had.
I'll use my fucking point on this.
Okay.
So really quickly, have we left that floor now?
14.
We're now
Still on that
the
floor.
ladder.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just
We're
want to make
about
sure
to
before I
descend down the
go.
ladder.
You're about,
Yeah.
you were right by the hole, or right by the ajar brick door that leads into the back maintenance hatch.
There's one last thing I haven't done yet, and I would be remiss if I didn't try.
Okay.
I take the orb again, and I say, the desk had patterns of circles. Can I just put this on the circles and see what happens? Maybe it's the key to the alarm. I don't know.
With a
I'm just going to dunk.
You're going to run back.
Mhm.
You run back, as you do. The 14 history check to recall on the map. It is not represented on the map
Okay.
where the alarms reverberate from.
Yeah. It's just weird that she has all these keys if it's all done by the desk. So that must mean there's something, and I'm saying this out loud, that must mean that there's something that this key ring can unlock other than just individual cells. And I mean, some of these keys are different shapes and sizes, so
There is a key on there that is a sphere. Like the end of it is like a key, but the end of it, where the teeth would be, is a sphere. It is. There are dwarvish markings inscribed on it, but it's just very interesting to see for something that twists and turns in a keyhole.
What do you think this is?
Okay.
You think this is for the desk?
Can I make any sort of check to determine?
Yes, you can. Give me a. What do you think, as an artificer who's been here before, whether or not you've seen the key, whether or not you've seen it used, or whether or not you've just identified it? It is up to you and your skill. You can call the skill here how you recall or identify what this thing can do, if you can.
Well, I would say it'd be either Arcana and Investigation. Both are the same for me.
Okay.
And I imagine that I was here assisting with whatever happened in terms of dropping Tenno off.
Uh-huh.
So I was probably here for a little while.
Uh-huh.
I would imagine at least a few hours.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much of that time would be with the warden, but I definitely met her before. So beyond that, it's tough to say.
Give me an Arcana check.
All right.
As you look at
11.
this key and you see the sphere on it, and you realize that it is in the etchings of the sphere. You do see it's crystalline in texture, which reminds you that this shell around this sphere is some sort of patina, but inside it's a geoloon crystal, much like the technology that powers your armor. So you're able to identify that a geoloon crystal or tears of the moon are on this crystal. Whether or not you remember what it activates is unsure.
There's a crystal in the key. I don't really remember what it was used for, or if I saw her use it the last time I was here. I don't know.
Just go back
But
and try it on there.
It definitely
I'll run back.
definitely has some sort of interaction with some kind of magical device.
Okay.
Wait, what if I take Tenno to the boat? You lot go back to the thing and I'll meet you back here.
All right.
We can't really go around freeing all the prisoners when he's a gesture to his thing all over his face and everything. He's unarmed.
You think you can handle it?
I reckon I can get him out there, and I can easily get back in. I'll
Do
find
it.
you all again.
Do it.
Alright. Worst comes to worst, just start a fire.
Don't have to worry about that.
Not
Get
at
going.
Tenno. Right, follow me.
See if they
And,
figured anything out.
Stay close. I head down the ladder towards... and we can get off on each of the floors, right? So I would be able to go down the maintenance hatch and get off on the first floor, the ground level.
Yes.
Then that is what I am doing.
Yeah, you
You can
can.
head back to
Yeah.
Varsha and Jet.
Varsha and Jet are back at the office, correct? The
Yes.
at Wardeness's office or quarters. Okay. You make your way in familiar sight, blood everywhere. The concentric circles glowing on the old dwarven desk or old dwarven altar of some kind, repurposed into a desk for the Wardeness.
I have the iron orb in my hand and I've placed it on the center of the concentric circles.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Oof. Natural one.
A natural one.
I placed it gently.
Smash. All right. So you've placed it gently in the center of some of the concentric circles on the altar. Okay.
Nothing happens.
What are you planning to do?
So, from listening to everybody, it sounds as if this is some sort of command item. I assumed that maybe because it had concentric circles on it,
Yep.
and the globe is circular,
Correct.
that it might be some sort of key. So I placed it over the table to see if it would react. That's all I've done.
It doesn't react. You're just interacting by placing the magical object on top of the other magical object, or are you trying to interact in some sort of...
No
are you trying to connect
interactions,
to it,
no
or-
magic, no
Okay. All right.
nothing.
You place it.
Yes. nothing happens?
It starts to roll off of the desk and then stick into some of the etching and then roll as it then stops as nothing happens as you placed this onto the desk.
Okay.
I probably come in now because I was behind
As I'm
you.
pocketing it.
Yeah.
And you see
Hey, I have this key, and then I'll show him the key with the orb on it. It looks
Okay.
just like that one, right?
Huh? Okay.
And I'm looking at the desk to see if there's a small hole where this weird key would go.
Give me an investigation.
Oh my god.
Can I assist so it's not a disadvantage?
Yes, you can.
So you just roll
I
normally.
still suck at these, just FYI. Cool. 1.
Unfortunately, you can't find anything.
And I've
I
assisted,
am
so I
blind.
can't look myself.
Mm-hmm.
There's too much blood all over this thing. We have to clean it or
Yeah.
something first.
Yeah, it's unfortunately you can't find any sort of any rhyme or reason why this spherical object would interact with any of this. This 3D circle would interact with all of these two-dimensional circles.
Yeah, I have no idea how this works. I guess we have to do this one by one.
Okay,
Okay.
one by one, as in going through the keys, or one by
as in
one.
opening the cells one by one.
Going through the cells one by one. Okay,
yeah,
all right, yeah.
because there. I think I see this table, and the last thing that I knew about this table was that this table somehow opens the cells. But if I don't know how to work it, then I have to just open them one by one. It's the only thing we can do.
Mm-hmm. The natural one. Going back to the natural one. It's interesting because as you placed the item onto this desk, seemingly nothing happened. But Varsha, you feel the arcane winds shift. Something has happened. That's
What does
all
it
I'm gonna
feel
give you
like?
for now? What it feels like is I think there's always a constant breeze, and I think in your mind and in your spirit, you feel like the prickling on the back of your neck due to a breeze blowing by, and it's sort of something that always is sort of comforting to you, Varsha. But for a moment, it stops, and that uncomfortable warmth of not these arcane goosebumps stop for a moment as like an arcane pressure shifts.
So it doesn't necessarily feel uncomfortable or scary, just different.
Just different.
Okay.
I look at her.
I don't know. Did you feel that?
No, feel what?
What the hell's going on?
Like
Did
something
you discover anything?
changed.
All I did was put the ball on the table. I didn't feel anything. I
It's
give it to
covered in
her.
blood. I can't use the key. I don't know what to do, Smith. I don't know what
We
to do.
gotta go.
We gotta
We've
open
gotta-
these cells
Mr. Smith,
one by
take
one.
this.
We will.
Okay.
We'll go through and we'll just open them one at a time.
Okay.
Before we do, maybe perhaps you can... I give him the orb and I say, Miss Vasha says maybe perhaps the table and the orb might be connected. I don't know. I couldn't feel anything. Maybe you can. And I
All right,
just
let me
lean
have a
by-
look.
Lean by the wall.
Begrudgingly, Smith grabs the orb and then tries something.
I'm looking at the key.
Just see
And I'm looking
anything.
at the orb.
Yeah. In a
Yeah.
quick, haphazard state of rush and running out of time and hurry and anxious and anxiety, Smith tries to piece together something really quickly. Smith, give me an Arcana.
If it's a 1, we'll just leave. I'll jump out the window.
17.
With a 17, you don't gather much information besides that it just, I think, for a moment, you could see that the technology of this, whatever it may be, has rippled and changed and whatever and however it may be for you. I think you noticed that some of the concentric circles have shifted. Maybe it's just a flash of photographical memory that you have or something, but you do recall the pattern and the texture of these circles were slightly askew before, and now something just doesn't look right, like something has been activated. But
Can
as
I
far
move
as how
the circles?
I think for a moment, everybody, you see Smith take a look. His eyes widen for a moment, then his fingers go ahead and start touching and trying to move
Whoa,
these circles.
what are you doing?
They're different now. Circles aren't the same.
And you are unable to move them physically. With all your strength, and you start moving and trying to even feel if there's a rattle or any sort of moving part, and you can't. It has definitely been activated, and it definitely has moved. With that 17, I will give you the meta that it has shifted.
Yeah, these are different. They're in a different orientation. You did something.
I wish we knew what.
And that's it.
Yeah. We don't have time to think about it, I guess.
No,
No, we don't.
I guess not.
Pocket the
Okay.
device.
I take
You got
the
your
orb back
notes?
from Smith if he gives it to
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
Where's
We're gonna
Smith?
do this the hard way.
Okay.
So, you make your way towards the dead end. That is also the ajar brick door that leads down to the ladder. You find yourself clambering down without the need of explaining going down all these ladders and all of these rungs. You do find yourself through the at the second floor, or the fourth floor, excuse me. Sorry, you're going to third, where it says the Warden Courts. You do find a foothold where you can then step off and push open a door. And you are greeted once again with pillars that are twisting up and ribbed like bark wood. And up in the ceiling, it looks like what would be branches that go outward are these what looks like to be roots, where they are searching for where there could be moisture dripping in through the ceiling above. There
Any
is
smoke.
there is no smoke. There is the smoke that you smell is like someone blew out a candle as you enter the area, and you are greeted with like a wax candle that has just recently been blown out. That sort of fills the space here as you step into a darker hallway. It's not completely dark, but some of the candles in some of the passages have been blown out somehow or another recently, because it still hangs on the air.
Probably as I open the door, Varsha, you might notice me stumble a little bit. I probably take a step to the left or something as I'm opening the door, and I take one extra step and just kind of like put my hand against the wall for a second,
Sort of
right
catch
myself. Yeah.
Are you okay?
We got a mission to do. We need to keep moving.
Yeah, okay. And I'll start unlocking the cells, I suppose.
Okay. A small jaunt down the hall. You are greeted with some cells, and some of the inmates up against them. They know something's going on. The alarm's been ringing for about an hour. Some of them, an orc slams his face against the bars and says, "What's going on? How these things won't jailbreak?"
Jailbreak, yeah.
What?
Yeah. We're getting you out. We're getting everybody out.
All right,
Okay.
open up.
Yeah.
He's got long, ropey hair. His fingernails are gold, or at least golden color, as they have wrapped around the bar. It seems like he's been here for a while.
As I'm like opening or getting ready to put the key in, I'm going to say, we're trying to get everybody out. There are ships waiting for the Spellkin, but we need your help. Can you fight?
He bangs his hands on the bar's excitement. I can fight. And you see for a moment, he holds his hand in the air, and a flame dances across his fingers. That's not
Perfect.
And for a moment, he's sort of surprised. It's back.
Yeah.
You kicked off. Yeah. And he cracks his knuckles. And as he does, you feel a twinge in the arcane winds. As
I
they blow
look
through
him
the
dead
area.
in the eye before I open the cell. We're not leaving until every Spellkin is out of here. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I unlock the door and I let him out. And then I just move very
Door
quickly
swings
to the
open.
next one. And I said it loud
Okay.
enough that I think people can hear me, so I don't have to repeat it. But if anybody looks confused, I will repeat the same thing. Like jailbreak, we're getting everybody out.
Okay.
Floor by fucking floor.
Okay. So a couple of cells in, clink, clink, you are able to crack open some of these cells. As they swing open, your small party starts to turn into a crowd as inmates start to gather, and you sort of say that same montage happens of you opening up some of these cells. And we're going to leave you there as you start unclinking or start opening up some of these cells, as we then swap on over to Ty and Tenno, who is making their way through. Which direction, Ty? You're heading upward toward ground level using that same maintenance hatch. I think after about a couple of minutes of you climbing, you start to hear clamoring underneath you. For a moment, you are taken off guard. You feel the adrenaline spike, but for a second, you catch yourself and realize that those are your friends using that same ladder or that same maintenance hatch to go downward. But you silently, as well as Tenno, because he's got an iron collar and can't speak, start making their way toward the ground level. Ground level, you are able to kick open one of these same sort of doors, these hidden doors, and it sort of swings open sluggishly as you are able to find footing and make yourself and find balance as you make your way into this space. Tenno follows as well. Iron collar, I think, rattles or clinks off of the door frame. And he sort of like, I think like with a horrible pain, the reverberation of clinking an iron metal really rings his ears for a moment as he tries to recover and then looks at you for what to do next.
His hands are free, right?
His hands are free.
All right, I launch my scimitar and thrust that towards him. I take that, just in case.
He grabs the scimitar.
All right.
You see he spins it around like he is actually, and he finds the weight of it, and he sees where the balance is and where the counterbalance is and everything like that, which indicates that he does know his way around a blade.
What's around me? And which way? Am I somewhere that I recognize? Because we came in on this floor. Do I know my way out?
You, for a moment, you can't find you do not understand the way out. But a couple of turns and twists of you sneaking through and finding your way. Go ahead and give me a stealth check because you're on the ground floor.
Mm-hmm. 17.
Good, because I rolled a 16. You are able to, I think, there are a couple of moments where you walk around a corner and then the clinking of metal as people, some guards and sworn look toward you, and then you are disappeared from the scene. And then we catch up with you somewhere else as you're walking down a dark corridor. And then the same sort of thing happens. You duck and go underneath a line of sight of some of the sworn that are nearby, 3 in number in one patrol, and then 4 in another as they're marching by or marching down or with their blades out and towards the exit. And what indicates this is some of that purple runner rugs underneath your feet that sort of chase their way out of the entrance. You do know that the purple rugs have only been seen towards the entrance of this entire facility, which indicates that you're close. I think after some time, you're able to pass by the entrance with this patrol. You followed them for a moment, not quite understanding their armor being helpful to mask some of the sound that you create, but you're following them, not sort of understanding where they're going, but you do see them hurry towards somewhere, and they did lead you toward the front entrance, which is what you would know, because it is what you used in the path that you took to get to Stormford itself.
Can I see out, all the way out?
You see out, and you see
To the
you
ocean.
see out. You see the ocean from where you are. They passed right by, and the patrol makes its way out into the courtyard toward the path downward towards the docks that you are
Are
supposed
the other
to.
ships here?
are supposed to meet. From this angle, you can't see, but you are able to, with your rogue bullshit, make your way towards the entrance and peer around or around their armor or through their legs in your stealth here, and you are able to see some of the familiar sails flapping in the harsh, misty wind of the Stormford.
Then I will cast message again towards Tenno so that we don't make any noise when we speak, and I will say, I see the longbow, or I see the ships that Lorcan was on, the like smaller
You
ships.
see the longbow, you see the ship Lorcan was on, you see the clipper that you took.
They're all there.
You see they're all there. Yep.
Then I point towards all of those ships and cast message towards Tenno and say, all right, those are our ships. Longbow, buttocks, Lorcan was on that one, the tall sail. That's Camilla, Red Devon's on that one, so...
This is it. This is it. You're really doing it.
Well, plan was to get everyone out, get them onto those ships, take them back to Goldfish. There's a blockade. It's chaos. But for now, let's just get you onto one of those ships.
He nods under the iron collar and starts to stand or crouch a little bit and start to sneak his way towards you.
Yeah, how is there any clear and obvious way to get out there onto the ships? They're not I assume they're not docked. Like ships don't pull up like a fucking taxi cab, do they? So
so they're out on the water, and there have been a couple of there are some lifeboats or some of the lifeboats are making their way toward there's one ship which is your clipper that is pulled up to the dock. Another one, which you would assume to be the longbow way in the distance. Lorcan's ship is pulled up close by as well. There is a smattering of anchored positions and no formation at all as they sort of dot their way toward the horizon. Several of these lifeboats are sort of making their way toward the dock. There is also there is also evidence, that's the word. There's also evidence of some sort of skirmish or something that has happened or is happening down at the docks. There is a group of individuals, and it's hard to see from here because of the mist and the dark storm that is crackling through the fog.
that's where I'm
here,
going.
That there is something. Yeah,
That's
all right.
where I'm going then.
Great. Yeah,
I don't know if I don't know what
the-
exactly is happening there, but
Okay.
I mean I'll head towards the chaos. If nothing else, I can at least help our side. If I'm lucky, someone of worth is there that I can palm Tenno off onto and then head back in.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, you wait for the patrol to I think
How many are in this patrol?
6, 3 and 3 as they start to make, or I'm sorry, 2, 2 and 2 as they make their way down onto this path. I think I said 4 before. 4 as they make their way to join.
4.
Yeah, and because there were 3 that were
4 of
talking,
them.
and then 4 that are in a patrol, and their
And these
backs
are the
toward you.
same dudes
Yeah, there
that we've
are-
dealt with.
There is one
The kind of
Templar.
really highly armored dudes. Yeah.
Yep, one with the winged helmet, and then 3 other of the sworn long teardrop shaped full plate. What are they called? Salays. That is. They're sort of
Purely
making
because
their way.
Tenno's here, I won't just rush at them and try and kill one immediately.
That's
I'll,
why.
I'll
Yeah.
follow in their wake. Yeah. I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
They are making a ruckus because they are not expecting. Their job is to stop whatever this onslaught is down here. So you can use the armor to mask a lot of what your stealth is going to be.
Yeah, I'm following them, using them if I can to mask us.
Yes.
As we head down the shore towards the shoreline where this chaos is happening. If it looks like there's more of us than them, I'm not going to be too bothered. If it doesn't, then I'll probably jump in.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what I'm doing.
All right.
And but my main aim is to get Tenno somewhere. But really, I want to get Tenno to Lorcan, but who cares at this point?
Yeah, 10 out of Larkin.
Yeah.
But also to not die.
If I can get someone else to do it, that would be great.
That'd be great as well, of course.
I hate
Okay.
escort missions.
And Ty 100% offered to do it. So Tai, you start to make your way down and scuttle down toward the dock, loose gravel under your feet as you follow, as it rolls as you follow this patrol. We're going to leave you there as you start making your way down toward the skirmish as we swap back down to the third level underneath at the Warden Courts. As the camera and the montage picks up once again as Varsha is undoing and introducing herself for a brief introduction as she is saying it. There's a prison break happening. There has been moments where you would round a corner with the crowd that you have that is starting to turn into a large mob of inmates. And there are two sworn. I think, I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. I think I would need a charisma check, Varsha or Smith, as...
I'm not good at it, but if I'm honest, I'd probably be leading the way.
Exactly. Okay, that's what I think that would happen too. They would probably look toward you in this, but I just need a charisma check to see how...
Intimidation?
Intimidation. I will take an intimidation. I will also take a performance. I will also take a persuasion. But this
to persuade the sworn that we're coming up against, or to dissuade the group from murdering them ruthlessly? Because I can't imagine these prisoners are not going to want to rip their eyes out of these guys.
I can tell you, I'm not really paying too much attention to the prisoners.
Okay.
Aside from trying to listen to any errant chatter that seems dangerous for us.
I was thinking to dissuade them from ripping these sworn limb to limb, but we'll see who and how the roll goes.
My aim is intimidating the fuck out of the sworn that
let's
are
do
ahead.
That. Okay.
I'm probably just lighting the gauntlets up.
And we have a crowd behind you too.
The goggle lights are,
Okay, go ahead and give me with advantage because you also have a crowd.
A normal one.
Mm-hmm.
An 11.
Okay, and Varsha with a 12. I think... Varsha, you're on the side of riot, take out, sworn swarm? Is that what you're rolling for here? Or are you telling them not to? Or are you telling them to go for it? Because you have the lead here on how you'd like this scene to go. As two sworn are around the corner, and you have a mob of inmates behind you, and you have the leadership, I would say.
I will not stop them.
Okay. I think you round the corner. You both stop in your tracks, and there's silence for a second, but then you hear one go, "Oh, there's one, yeah. Oh, I see him. Oh, let's get him. Oh, okay.
Make it quick!"
And then they start to swarm around or swim past you, I think, as you just sort of look at them, and for a second they disappear, or their image of them, these fully armored sworn, look at you, and then these bodies start to then crowd around them, and they start to try to fight them off, but it is not enough as they sink into the crowd of inmates, and after some moments, there is a stripped, unconscious, and decimated, incapacitated, and brutally beaten bodies of the sworn. Their armor is off as they have been taken by various people of these inmates as they start to, one straps on a pauldron, another one puts on a gauntlet and starts punching the wall, and things like that as they start to make their way through here.
I think as I'm probably fumbling for the key, and I don't look at Jet. I'm speaking straight ahead. I I can't stop them. We can't stop them because we're letting them out. We can't deny them this or they won't stick with us. You understand?
I understand.
And so
What floor are we on?
Yeah, what floor are we on by now?
You're in 3 still.
Oh, we're still on the third
3.
floor? Okay.
So have we
Just wrapping up
freed
on
Drake?
third.
Yeah. Okay.
Drake, you do make your way toward Drake's cell. Drake's cell is open,
Yeah, and he's gone, right?
and he's gone.
Yeah. Okay.
So floor number 4?
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Make your way to floor number 4. A lot of the same rinse and repeat happens.
Yeah.
The numbers start to grow.
Can we try and persuade some people to go down with us and eventually maybe we can bleed away from them as they're freeing everybody else? You know what I mean?
Oh,
I would
that's a great idea.
I would say make a persuade, but I think
The dice don't like me.
I think that's because the dice don't like you. Let's just give it to you. No, I think that it's pretty easy because I think some of them probably aren't. Not everyone here is a fighter. A lot of them have cast magic. A lot of them are enemies of the Sworn. Some people are just people outside of the kingdom that were taken in. So there are some people who aren't necessarily fighters, and they are willing to come with you and just at least
Varsha and I are
pad
also
those numbers.
covered in blood.
You're also
Yeah.
covered in blood. That's very
Yeah.
true. Yeah, drenched, starting to now dry blood.
It's just terrifying looking, I'm
yes,
sure.
it is.
Can I actually give some of the floor keys to people
course.
to make this go faster? Like you go up to this floor with these 4 people and you guys clear that floor and then there are boats and we'll leave once we're all out.
Yeah.
guess.
What is
It's a good idea. Delegate.
Yeah.
I think you try to break open the ring so you could start getting some of them. Then you take out Ivandir and with a booming blade, I think with that is able to cut through and snap the ring as you're able to take handfuls of these rings off or keys off and just delegating them to some people who are willing to stay back and not fight as they start to then spread their way toward different floors and start to with some time you would assume that they will make their way out.
what is the plan for the woman on the 4th floor? I asked
So-
Mr. Smith.
Okay.
Which woman are you referencing here?
The God
I'm
King's
trying-
wife.
I'm trying not to, there are people around us that might go straight for her. So I wanted to know from you what the plan was.
I don't think it matters. If we have more people, that's better.
But do you want to kidnap her
Yes.
as a bargaining chip? Because if you do, we have to go quick. These people are going to kill her straight away if they see her and recognize her.
We're not going to be able to get her out as a bargaining chip. They're going to kill her just like you said.
I have a bag. You can put her head in. You can, cover her head. They don't have to know who she is.
All right. And we'll do that. Let's try and sneak away then.
We don't have to sneak. We'll just tell them we're taking that floor.
Okay.
Everybody else goes to a different floor.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. Are you making your way to which floor?
The
Number
4th
four.
was where she
Fourth
was,
floor.
right?
The
Supposedly.
4th floor
we
is
think.
where she was scheduled to go today.
And where is the just because it's difficult to visualize here.
Where is the
that sewer hatch?
secret port?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in relation.
It would be access from the ground floor. At least the maintenance would be access from the ground floor. Dwarven technology, you would assume, pumps and sifts some of the old waste, or at least what it could have been, up into that ground floor. But if there is a maintenance hatch for sewers and you want to get to the ground floor, it's probably accessed from ground floor or the first floor, which would still be sort of on the ground floor under the.
So
It's one of
she
those
would
two.
have to be anywhere between the 4th floor and the ground floor. That's the only place where there's access to escape.
There's no way she stayed on the 4th floor with all this going on.
No.
Do we want to just head straight for the...
If we head straight for the ground floor, I don't know if we can get back in.
Okay.
You going to trust the prisoners to open up all the cells?
Like you said, we don't have time. I'm not
Yeah.
one for strategy. I'm relying on you two here.
Yeah. I think we all want the same thing, and yeah. Ultimately, it's our ships. We're not leaving until all floors are evacuated. If you want to go look for...
We have limited time. Then let's go. Let's see if we can find her.
Man, I know D&D don't split the party, but I literally delegated everything except for the 4th floor. So you two go. I'll catch up with you. I'm just going to clear the 4th floor. There's nobody else. I sent them all away already.
So the 4th floor might have guards there.
So what? I'll be fine.
By yourself, covered in blood, already hurt.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
No. Come. No.
Come with us, Varsha.
I have to get the 4th floor clear.
We will.
Insight. He's fucking lying to me. He's
You
just
okay?
gonna take...
Give me that
I know you
insight.
too well, Smith.
Give me that insight.
4.
Now hold on. I'm
It's
not
a
the best
natural-
liar
It's a
here.
natural one.
I'm not the best liar. It's an 11.
Okay. Whack, I'll let you you decide how much you'd like to reveal about this potential lie.
I think maybe you want to believe Smith.
Yeah.
More than actually believing him right now.
Hmm. We will, he says.
I will, and I'll catch up with you.
Varsha.
All I need is 1 or 2 cells open. Go. I can do this.
Not if there's trouble.
There's no way this woman is going to be by herself.
She's not going to
We
be on the
need you
4th floor.
too.
I can't just leave an entire floor. I can't do it. This is what we came here for. Not her.
Fine. We stay on mission. We go with you.
Okay, and as you all start to press onward, or at least step into the lift to go downward one more floor, you do, without any issue. You pop out of a maintenance hatch, a dead end somewhere, familiar just like the others, but there is nothing really on this floor, except there are several reflective surfaces. A lot of them are handheld mirrors that don't seem to match any of the architecture here. There is, in some of the places where there were bas-reliefs on the wall, you do see a large flat surface that looks like to be black glass. It is still reflective, but you see, because you are in the shadow ward, you do see reflections off of it that depict torchlight probably around the corner from where you are, and repeated cells as they go.
Okay.
There is no
I will-
light lit
Yeah.
by any candles here, and there is no smell of smoke on the air, as if there were no lit candles to begin with.
I go to the first cell. Does that have somebody in it?
You've
But I
got
can-
no light. I can see. I'd probably be guiding her as soon as
Yeah.
I realized that there was no light.
Yeah, I think without a word, you hear a small hum as goggles activate inside the helmet of Smith, as Smith gently pushes by you and starts to lead the way without a word. you do make your way toward a cell. There is iron, much like the rest. Inside, there is an elf-ish creature with bald, black eyes, long, pointy ears, and they sort of saunter up to the bars. What is
I'm gonna
going
light
on?
a torch.
Okay. You spark up a torch for a moment. The person starts to then recoil. What's going on? As they look
Jailbreak.
away.
Yeah.
Jailbreak.
You know,
Yeah.
light the torch. And probably just see if there's something I can stick the torch into, just to kind of give some ambient light.
Yeah, I think there is old sconces that have gathered dust that you are able to fix the torch onto, and it does light a lot of the area. I just realized the reflective surface said that there were torch light, and I also said there was no light. But the reflective surface now do represent that ember light that is reflecting off of this torch as it then lights the hallway. Dark shadows scatter across the hallway ahead. You count 10 cells on each side of this wing as you start to hear moans and complaining noises of several different denizens or different inmates. What's going on? As there's sort of, then there's like a bit of discomfort.
Get your shit together, jailbreak.
The silence and that dead, grave-like sepulchral silence is interrupted by Smith as he then orders everybody to start to gather and get ready for this jailbreak. There isn't much that they do besides get close towards the bars, and you are able to release several different creatures. There is a satyr, a person with like goat-like legs, who come out as well. There seems to be veins of black energy coming up their body, and all these people seem to have lenses of black over their eyes, as if they have once communed with some sort of dark magic.
Yeah.
None of them have any sort of marks depicting that they are
Like
sanctioned.
Sykes.
Much like Psyched, but they are
Yeah,
like
okay.
permanently have that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
As they sort of find the uncomfortable light that is the torch light, and as you sort of gather this wing, and through a lot of the same motion and through excitement of some of them, they do gather behind you and in the same familiar crowd.
Yeah. I ask them if they've seen Drusilla. She was supposed to have been here.
And they're supposed to be here today, right? Is what we,
Yeah.
what we said?
Uh-huh.
None of them have any idea of who Drusilla is.
Okay. I describe what she would look like. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, and I think you would know publicly Drusilla. Drusilla is also known as the Loving Queen. She is an ambassador to Evervale, and she is known for her very kind heart. So as you do explain them this, they do sort of recall, oh yes, the Loving Queen was supposed to meet us today. Is she all right? Where is she? As they do
You should
sort of
see the
look
way that she
concerned.
decorates the palace for Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. For God Kingsmas. And they do have some sort of recognition as they recall, oh yes, I was supposed to be today. Is she okay? And then they start to worry a little bit as if they knew that they were supposed to at least meet her today.
Yeah. Well, we don't know. We'll look for her.
Okay.
And then I will hand the key for this floor after there's been enough released, and we don't see any guards on this floor, right?
None.
Interesting. Okay. Then I'll hand the key to one of them and I'll say, we'll go look for her and make sure that she's safe. You get everybody else on this floor out. There's a boat. Several boats waiting to take everybody home. But we're not leaving unless everybody's out, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. They take the key, the same, that bald one with the large pointy ears, as they turn, and some of these inmates start to gather around as they sort of disappear into the crowd, and some smattering of these inmates start to follow them down another wing as some sort of wait around for instruction from you.
Yeah.
Klaxons still ringing and echoing
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
death knell from somewhere reverberating in the halls of this place.
The rest of the prisoners are being released as we speak.
Yeah.
You need to head upwards.
The warden is dead.
Here?
Yeah.
As the warden's dead, as they start to like talk to themselves and start a little bit of a conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
As they start to make their way toward this maintenance hatch, and then some of them scoff and we have to climb this, but then again, that's sort of the same reaction that a lot of different inmates have had as they start to then make their way upward.
As I say this, I flick an earlobe off my armor.
Exactly. It sticks to the wall, and like an old 50-cent toy that sticks to the ceiling, sort of like that. As you make your way instructing these people, what else do you do?
Well, now I think we head towards the secret area.
Okay.
Yeah.
You follow as well as you make your way toward the escape route, the emergency escape route that is found in the old repurposed waste system that is Stormford, this once dwarven fort. On the ground floor, you do recall through some deduction and through dodging various, I think stealthily. Can I get an overall stealth check from one of you? And that's a whack, no thank you.
I mean...
Okay.
You're welcome.
All right, that's a 25 from Ty. Thank you, Ty. Ty, you are continuing to move forward.
Yeah, I guess I'll roll it. I mean,
Okay.
Oh, I just did.
All
Sorry.
right. Oops, I did. You don't have to worry about it. All right, great. So Varsha leading the way.
disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Disadvantage, Varsa.
Yeah, I know. I'm rolling again.
Woo!
14.
Okay, so you're able to, with Varsha's lead, as Varsha continues through, there are some moments where it's a bit hairy. There's a point where the guards stop. Do you hear that? And you're able to then back away.
Clank, clank, clank.
Yeah, exactly. As you're able to slip into a cell that you've already opened down in this down this way and toward the sewer system. You do find your way down in there. Large masoned channels open up to what used to, and you still sort of smell it in the air, old waste from centuries ago, sort of still, and have permanently stained the inner walls of the porous masonry here. But you're able to find the hallways that then lead to this emergency exit. Up ahead, stench and darkness. Behind you, a broken penitentiary correctional facility for the God King. Somewhere outside, Ty is sneaking through the noisy wake of the guards ahead with Tenno in tow, your friend, your fellow informant from Evervale, Varsha, as we then wrap up this episode of Spellwind. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. We are going to see what happens next time as we get a little bit closer to wrapping up what is happening here in this Stormford arc, which is terrifying for everyone at the table. We are Table Story. This has been Spellwind, my homebrew world, which you can find more information about us at Table Story at patreon.com/tablestory, and you can support and check us all out there. We're going to go around, say who we are, talk about ourselves, talk about our characters, how we like the episode, and all that fun stuff. We're going to start today with PB. She's not even...
Oh, hello. Sorry. I was petting my cat.
Which is very important.
Very important, yes. Hi, I'm PB, Pumpkinberry. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter at Pumpkinberry. What am I doing right now? Oh, yeah, that's right. I've blacked out my memory of it because it's so atrocious. I'm playing My Summer Car. But after that, I'm going to be playing Returnal and some other cool shit that is not My Summer Car. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, PB. Go follow PB on twitch.tv/Pumpkinberry. She's awesome, and we love her. Thank you so much. Whack.
Hi, everybody. I'm Wax Steven. Normally, I'm the DM of Doom or the GM of Doom. Here I get to play as Smith. Thank you, Myth, for making that happen. And thank you. You're welcome, buddy. Thank you, PB, Brad, and Meyer for being amazing as well. And yeah, that was good fun. And this is a very difficult situation that I think we've made the most out of. So good job, everybody. And normally I run a lot of table story shows. We had planned a shill show for this Friday for Rhyme, but people are doing stuff. It's New Year's Eve. It is what it is. Couldn't make it happen. So no Rhyme shill show this week. Rhyme will be returning next week. Witchcraft and Wizardry is still being figured out for timing. But Rhyme is on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern next week. And yeah, Witchcraft and Wizardry is on hiatus. We'll let you guys know when that is coming back.
We all know what Rhyme is, but what's Witchcraft and Wizardry for those who don't know?
Well, Witchcraft and Wizardry is the homebrew Harry Potter show that I run. I made a system for it because no good ones really existed for what I wanted to do. And we're going to be in year 4 soon. We still have a special interlude to do in the meantime that will be GM'd by Luxy Games. And that should be pretty great. So we're going to get that sorted out after the holidays. And yeah, we'll keep you guys updated. Otherwise, we do a lot of stuff here on Table Story. Make sure you check it all out. I run a thing on my channel on Wednesdays before this show where I'm designing a TTRPG. I'm designing an Isekai TTRPG. And yeah, I've been working on it for like 10 months. It's been a great experience so far, and the work continues. Yeah, make sure you're following everybody here. Make sure you're following us here on Table Story on Twitch, Table Story on YouTube, at A Table Story on Twitter, and come join us on the Discord, which is just tablestory.tv/Discord. And if you want to check out some ways that you can help out Table Story in general in a monetary way, check out the Patreon, tablestory.tv/pledge.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Whack. Awesome stuff here at Table Story, and you do so much work, and it's always so great working with you. So thank you. Thank you, buddy. And Brad, wait for the drop.
Hello.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to 1v17ing an entire beach worth of Sworn next week. I assume that's what will be happening. So won't be a scratch on me by the end of it.
Just like in One Piece.
Really, it's so tempting to just like actually try, but it's ridiculous.
It'll be that scene in 300 where Leonidas just like greater cleaves everybody. He goes out of line to just cut everyone and just keep moving. That's going to be you.
Would love to give it a go. That is like so what is always going through my head as Ty is just like the priority list of kill everyone, or like help Tenno, or you know Varsha will be sad, or oh, we're gonna get Jet killed if we do that. Fine, I'll do it. Is a lot of what I think Ty weighs up, and me via Ty. Very fun episode, Myth. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
I'm not streaming anything on my channel. I've decided to delete it as a New Year's special.
Ooh. It's not going to be streamed.
That will be streamed.
Okay.
I actually do have a New Year's thing that I do every year where we go through all of the games I played as a sort of end of year game vote tier list if you want to watch that. Otherwise, I'm playing Skyrim. Mistlight is on tomorrow. We'll see you for Mistlight D&D tomorrow. And also we have a new show announced called The Final Gift, which is Warhammer 40k. It is only war, and it is brought to you by Sheepdog / The Wandering Inn, which means I have no idea anything about it. I'm producing it, so I expect it to be an absolute mess. But we have a teaser up on the YouTube, and there is a cast reveal on the Table Story Twitter and in the Discord. If you want to go and check that out and talk about it and things and stuff, there's a discussion already in the Discord about it over there. That's that. All right. Bye. See you next year.
We love that joke. Thank you so much, Brad. Thank you. Meyer.
Hello, my name is Maya. You can find me on Twitch at Maya or twitter.com/Maya_test. I am playing Nier Automata tomorrow, and I do RP stuff. That's about it.
Hell yeah. Everybody go check out Meyer. He's awesome. Great role player. Thank you so much for bringing Jet. It's always so wonderful having you here and having you a part of this whole experience. Thank you so much, Meyer, for helping us out as well with the last 2 months and getting us here where we are, where we get to see all your new faces. Thank you, everybody who's joined us in the last couple of weeks from the front page. Good to see you. Good to have you in the community. Check us out on Discord. Check out Table Story everywhere else. Thank you, Meyer. As for me, my name is Mythomatic. I'm a roleplay streamer and voice actor here on Twitch. I do a lot of stuff. I also have a TikTok now where I'm taking my roleplay clips and putting them on the TikTok because kids like that.
The one where you
these days.
fucking shot Clive in the chest, I was pissing myself. It's so good.
Yeah.
Sorry. I did see that.
Hell yeah.
And,
so thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. So
God, it's
more
good.
fun content like that over on TikTok, I guess, and do that. Right, kids? Anyway, follow me on Twitter and...
Yeah, kids, I'm not on TikTok.
Right? And me neither, because I totally installed it earlier and was like, oh no, I need to put a limit on this. And so I was like, I should really prep Spellwind. Oh,
That's
well,
not what
I'll
I
wing it.
spend
This is not.
4 hours every night in
Yeah.
a mind hole doing just before I attempt to go to
Well,
sleep.
time for
No.
bed.
Dun 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 dun
Why
dun
am I
dun dun.
awake?
Oh, it's been 17 days. Oops.
Whoopsie. That's me. If you want to come find me over on my Twitch channel when I'm not hopelessly lost in the content that is TikTok, that's where I will be. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching Spellwind. Thanks, mods. Thanks, audience. Thanks, everybody. This has been a lot of fun. Thanks, Twitch, for having us on the front page. Hope to see you again soon. As for us here at Table Story, tell great stories, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. Okay, now I got to do the thing where I moved my... Everybody say goodbye. Buy some time.
Bye.